Buffalo soldier, look, it's like I told you.
Episode 122.
Oh my god.
We're in formation right now, dude. Someone
Wow.
at the top of the key, someone at the post, two big fucking boys down at the bottom, dude. This is a zone defense we're playing.
It is.
It's 122, baby.
Yes.
Episode 122.
There's two thick bulls guarding the blocks.
I used to stay on the block, dude. I was a
dude.
rebound hound, dude. That was one thing. When I got the ball, I'd get nervous and pass it away. When it would bounce off the rim, that was mine,
That
dude.
was yours.
I would grab the ball. I don't think I ever dribbled in my basketball career. I think I would grab it and be like, oh, I could just toss the rock. I was
awesome.
always passing the rock, dude. I used to take a couple layups.
That's
dude.
your life, dude.
I
That's
just
who you
pass
are.
the rock, dude.
Rebounder.
Rebound, pass the rock,
Pass the
dude.
rock.
I would literally dribble and then all of a sudden get in my head like, dude, you're gonna fucking kick it off. I'm like, get the fucking ball out of here, dude.
Yeah, I sucked. By the end of my baseball, my illustrious baseball career, I was horrendous.
Really?
Yeah, I was
You
so
probably
bad.
look good at the plate though.
I was a thick boy at the plate.
Yeah.
It was no, I couldn't hit. I
Really?
was a fat guy that couldn't hit in baseball.
True.
That's totally useless.
True that.
Yeah,
You're like a power.
I mean, I was fine
You were like a
until
psych out though. You went up there like a power slugger.
Yeah, they were like, "Oh boy,
Everyone
back it
quaked
up."
for a little bit.
Yeah.
Damn.
Nah, once I hit puberty, I couldn't play baseball.
Really?
Yeah, once the
had to
fucking
protect your nuts.
motor function got off.
Really?
Yeah,
Were
I
you
got, like,
good
clumsy.
at before?
Yeah, it was decent.
I think once you
Compared to all
realize.
the other kids playing Little League.
True.
Yeah.
T-ball was my fucking pinnacle of baseball. You set me up right in the strike zone and keep the ball still, I'm fucking Mark McGuire, dude. I was a really good T-ball player.
I think
I was nasty.
I don't want to be mean, but I think everybody thought they
Nah,
were.
dude, I was
and everybody was
nasty at
like, "You're
T-ball."
good," and you were like, "I'm so fast."
No,
I
dude,
can
my
run so
team.
fast.
Get this, dude. My team won every time we played T-ball.
Yeah.
I was undefeated. It was unbelievable.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I would crank them, dude.
You would crank them out of the park.
It's a shame that MLB doesn't set people up on
I hit
the
a
tee.
home run. I hit one home run in my career.
Did you really?
It's pretty good. Yeah,
I think I knocked it out of the park in T-ball. I don't even remember playing T-ball.
definitely did
I think
not.
you would just
if you
like
hit one out of the park on T-ball, I mean, that'd be incredible.
pretty sure I destroyed the ball in T-ball.
I
I unraveled a ball in T-ball, dude.
Yeah.
I smoked it.
think
Dude.
it still hasn't landed.
It left the stratosphere. I
Dude.
definitely turned it into space junk, dude.
Speaking of things not in the stratosphere anymore, Donald J. Trump,
Oh
dude.
my God.
We did it.
Not guilty.
We did it.
Dude, what if
did
he
it.
what if he adopted R. Kelly's "Not Guilty" song?
We did it.
Did you ever
He
hear
beat
that song
the case.
where
No.
like Jay-Z's blowing all the whistles and like, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, when they did that collab.
Not guilty, dude.
I didn't
He's
hear
been
that
trying to
song,
distance
though.
himself. You never heard that?
No.
Try to charge me because I'm not guilty. And it's like, Jay-Z's blowing a whistle.
Jay-Z.
And he's like, yeah, I did not stab someone either. And my friend here is not a child molester. Buy our records.
Dude, enough of that. We need to discuss one thing.
DJT, dude.
DJT, daddy, dude.
Oh my God.
Big Zaddy.
He got off.
Zaddy.
So are people even accepting the fact that he got
no,
off?
there's no chance they'll accept this.
So what's the deal?
This is all I got from it. Is all these fucking pussies were wrong. I've been calling O'Connor all day.
Oh, it's so funny.
O'Connor and me have been fighting for 2 years now. Every time we would
About
get
the
drunk,
Russian probe.
we would get drunk and he would come home and talk about how we need to go to war with Russia and
No, we don't.
Donald Trump colluded with Russia. Every time we got drunk. And I was like, just give me one piece of evidence and I'll agree.
He couldn't bring
And
it up.
Yeah, it's pretty wonderful.
I mean, dude, it's
He's still holding on to it. They're all still holding on to it.
saying like,
Yeah.
I mean,
Well,
that
now they're turning on Mueller.
they think
They're
Mueller's
Yeah.
Mueller.
Yeah.
They're thinking that Mueller's part of. I mean, that now they're getting into like alt-right.
Yeah, they're in conspiracy.
Like conspiracy theories.
Yeah.
Like literally, that's like one of the big ones that Mueller is like been like all along on the fucking dream team.
You think he's been part of the Trump squad?
That's what people say.
That's a tight-knit squad. The Trump squad?
Oh yeah.
People that aren't all in, dude, they get fucking
So what happened
ousted.
to Cohen? Cohen got fucking ousted.
I don't know anything.
Or he's falling the sword.
I don't know anything at all other than Trump Daddy continues
Not
to
guilty,
win.
dude. Well, it's just so funny because they're so propagandized that like no matter what the outcome is, someone's gonna be like, bullshit. They fucking set him up, and then they're like, he got off with his connections.
Yeah, but
He fucking paid off
pretty funny.
NBC, dude. He paid off NBC, hit his N-word tape, paid off the fucking Kremlin, dude. So now he's free from Russian collusion.
Yeah, but also he's bankrupt and has no money. You got to keep that in mind too. The same people that are like, yeah, he's just buying all these people. It's like they're also like, he has no money.
Yeah, it's crazy.
He's a fraud.
Dude, I was
It's like, yeah, he's a fucking lunatic, but
well, dude, I was sitting here today. I was in my car. I'm driving, dude, and I'm starting to like run down all of the presidents I've known in my lifetime. I haven't liked one yet.
yeah, you should.
I haven't fucking liked one yet.
Why would you?
I don't know. That's what's weird to me.
I liked W after 9/11 for a while.
You were stoked on W?
I was stoked on W.
I was too young. After 9/11 happened, I couldn't appreciate the gravity of it. I remember literally, I was like pretty stoked on getting out of school for like 4 years
9/11
afterwards.
was the shit.
Yeah, but I was like, that happened. I remember I just didn't like George Bush. I was like, I was a youngster. I didn't have any good reason. It was probably I got brainwashed by like late night talk shows.
Yeah.
But I remember being like, yeah, fuck him, dude. He's fucking evil. Fuck that guy.
And then Obama came around. I hated him at first. At first, I was like, this is the corniest shit I've ever seen.
You hated him.
I hated it.
See,
because I was in college. So everybody was like walking around with like hope and change t-shirts and shit. I was like,
that's
you guys
kind
are
of weird.
He's just saying this. You know this, right?
Yeah, come to think of that, that was like real fucking weird.
What a gay time to be in college. Right now, it definitely is worse.
Oh, for sure.
Because now you're fighting the system, dude. Now you're resisting.
That's my
But
thing.
back then, everybody was on the side of the system. They were like, yes, our president is the fucking best. We did it.
Wasn't that weird,
weird.
though? It's weird. I mean, I'm sure it's happened before, but to be like around during that time, we're like, it's all fine. You're putting that on the president.
Yeah.
So any president gets in, I'm like, what's this motherfucker up to? But he had people tricked to where it was like, and the change is coming now. Everyone wait, and it was
change is here. We did it, America.
it was literally like, I mean, I was thinking about it today. The healthcare thing. It's like, I got to go to like experimental dentists for free. That was fucking sick, dude.
Awesome.
The fucking guy fucked my tooth up, but that was awesome, dude. Then I'm like, I haven't liked anyone. The only thing that bothered me about Obama is how people like just like try to hype up his cult of personality, where he was like cool.
Yeah, he was cool.
He's
man.
a cool. It's like, no, he's
cool.
a fucking nerd.
Yeah, he's a
that
dork.
was pure like he's a black dude. He's cool. It's like, no,
Yeah.
he's a fucking nerd.
First
He's
time
a constitutional lawyer from Harvard.
Yeah.
He's a fucking nerd.
First time I saw him shoot a basketball, after like everybody being like, he's so good at basketball, I saw him
hands.
shoot it. I was like, all right, this is gay. What the fuck are we talking about? They're like, he played high school he was like the sixth man on a team in Hawaii. He was the one black dude on the island, and he still couldn't crack the starting five. He stunk. Obama stunk at basketball.
Yeah, dude. The fact that they literally were just like fully were like, he's a black guy, he's super fucking cool, and it's like,
well, I like Jay-Z. And it was like, yes, dude, that's so cool.
finally.
Yeah, and then Hillary comes out with Jay-Z and Beyonce, and it's like, yeah, right. Maybe it's not that cool.
Yeah, Hillary. Thank God, dude. I was thinking about that too.
Hill
It was
Dog's
like,
the best. Dude, if we had Hill
Hill
Dog,
Dog.
I might join Hill Dog, dude.
You think so?
Hill Dog's the shit.
Hill Dog. I'm convinced Hill Dog has a mini me somewhere. She keeps locked away. She's so fucking evil.
Hill Dog's the shit.
There's something when I see her when she smiles, I'm like, ugh.
No, dude, how dare you?
There's something when she literally smiles, it's like a malfunction. But yeah, I was trying to think. I'm like, have I
it
been
does
stoked?
look like she's trying.
Yeah, it
When
looks
she
like she's
smiles, it's like, this is new to her.
It looks like she's read about how to smile.
Yeah.
And it's like,
Yeah.
But yeah,
Wow.
I was thinking about all my past fucking leaders, and I'm like, damn, I've always hated all of them, dude.
Yeah, I don't think there's ever been a
Except
politician I thought was cool.
DJT came in, and I was like,
DJT's pretty sick.
what?
Yeah, what's this guy about?
I'm
Just
like,
trashing people?
Well, dude, that's the thing now. When the fact that people can even pretend to like politicians, it's like, dude, they have all of our information.
Yeah.
They know exactly how we feel. When they go to campaign, all of our information is out on the internet, and literally Google and Facebook sells it to the campaigners.
Say
so
no
it's like-
more, dude.
Dude,
You shouldn't even be on the air.
dude, I'm literally, so it's like when they're like, oh, this guy gets it. He's talking about exactly what I'm thinking of. He's like, yeah, because he read the aggregate data from all of your fucking statuses in that regional area. Dude, get this. You have to
All right,
fucking
sorry,
do it.
sorry.
Do you know what Google Street View is?
Yes.
Do you know, are you familiar with like the controversy that surrounded it?
No.
So when those cars were driving around, remember when they drove around their little things?
Yeah, they still do, yeah.
They were pulling fucking Wi-Fi data. They were pulling data out of routers.
Oh my God.
They were pulling data, web history, passwords,
What?
usernames, address, all that shit. So they were
I always
caching
flipped
out.
them off.
Did you?
I always gave him the middle finger, and then I would search, and then I would get on Google Street View. Every once in a while, I'd be like, "Oh yeah, I flipped it off," and then go back to try to find it. Never found it.
Well, they definitely blocked it out, dude. So they
think they
went
censored
through.
me?
They definitely censored.
I've been censored,
dude. We're getting destroyed. People have no idea what they're feeding. So they was going around and just fucking like the Ninja Turtles. Who's the bad guys thing? That's the big eye on it.
Yeah.
This thing was just rolling around, pulling all of our Wi-Fi data out across, going street to street. Just
people are waving at it.
People, yeah,
it's so cool.
I'm gonna be on the internet. So then,
a picture of me is gonna be on the internet.
Yeah, a blurry, pixelated picture of me from like 4 years ago. So then they got in trouble. Someone, a hacker, figured this out and was like, "This is what they're up to." And Google was like, "No, we're not." And he's like, "Yeah, no, here's the proof." And they were like, "Oh yeah, our bad. Sorry about that.
Well,
we're cool.
New. We don't know what we're doing."
Literally, you go, "Oh, that was actually we tasked one person to set that all up, and that was a bug." So, like, who's the one person? They're like, we're not going to say. So then, like, yeah, dude. So then that went on, and people were like, there was people in like Ireland and England like blockading the Google car, like, coming down the street. There was people who were like, their fucking search history was so bad that they set up like fucking apocalypse blockades. Like, get this thing the fuck out of here.
That's awesome.
Oh, it's fantastic. So then. What happened was they eventually someone got a hold of the name of the engineer who was in charge of setting up the Google Maps.
They doxed him.
They got doxed. So that guy, and this is the book I'm reading. Like, they followed that guy, so they never like did anything to him. Eventually, he got transferred to one of Google's alphabet companies. And guess what app this guy designed in the company?
What app?
Pokemon Go. I'm just saying, bro. So you can't have the car. So you have people walk around with their cell phones and record everything.
Damn, and you set the location that they walk to.
Yeah, bro.
You're like, hey, go fight here.
Yeah, dude. So that was an experiment in modifying user behavior. Because what they want to do is set your Google map to where, like, they can be like, hey, we noticed you've been searching, like, countertops a lot. When you're going somewhere, you'll see an alternate route, and like, huh? And it's leading you to a fucking countertop store.
What?
Yeah, man, that's what they're up to. Google's mission is to cover what they say their mission is to like cover every inch of the, like, to index all of the world's information. And they're like, well, we have to like cover like the terrain as well. And all they're doing is saying they're doing that and just trying to pull everyone's Wi-Fi data out and to sell it.
Wow.
Fucked up, dude.
Damn.
Insane. And dude, they literally, if you're running for office now, you just call Google and Google's like, yeah, we can give. What do you need? You're
it's like what should I say to win in this district? I'm
in Arizona. What's trending? And you can hire Google contractors, and they're like, all right, we'll jack you into the frame. And they're like, here you go.
And then Trump calls and he's like, well, I'm just gonna make fun of Rosie O'Donnell. And they're like, that's actually gonna crush. That's gonna be awesome, dude.
But yeah, dude. So that's what's been going on. So we've literally traded in all of our. Basically, our information is here, which isn't a big deal, but in the aggregate, it's fucking crazy to give away all that stuff. And all we've gotten for it are arbitrary internet things. Like,
I kind of like GPS.
No, I'm not talking about that. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about like likes, and we're rewarded for likes, which literally are another mechanism for like tracking you. To like, if you like something, it
love
literally
those likes.
Every
dude.
time you like something, it installs cookies in your computer.
Love those likes.
Yeah, I mean everyone does.
Yeah.
It's funny. The trade off is like they got billions of dollars, and we're just like, fuck yeah, I got 40 fucking likes on my status. Yes, dude. It's only up from here.
It's all fucking up. Everything's going up from here, dude. I mean, I got 1,000 likes on a picture I posted on Instagram.
Felt good.
Just saying, hit that 1,000. 1,000 likes, dude. Come on.
Damn, that feels good. Dude.
That's crazy.
That's Rogie's numbers, dude.
I'm pretty much Joe Rogan now,
basically.
And now me and Rogies are friends.
Oh yeah, you guys met.
Yeah, I mean, of course. Come on,
dude. You got to get his number.
Come on, it's not a big deal.
You got to get his fucking number.
Yeah, I'll be chilling with Rogies soon.
You got to dox him.
Definitely, I'll dox him right away. Dude. I'm gonna pants him. First time I meet him, I'm gonna pants him and then fight, dude.
You got to fight him, dude.
I would crush Rogies in a fight.
Oh, you would fucking destroy him.
He would kill me so fast.
He'd be like a little. He's like a low center of gravity too, and he's a fucking black belt.
He'd throw a leg kick.
He'd tie your dong in a knot, dude. You'd be like, "What the fuck's going on?"
A tight knot.
I mean, a balloon. Knot. You'd have to do mine like a balloon, dude. Fucking stretch that little thing.
Look, dude. Trump's innocent.
Trump, dude. That's all that matters.
I can't believe you're not more stoked on this,
dude. I mean, he's a part of this whole thing. We're getting fucked right now. Yeah. We're literally getting colonized right now.
Trump dogs
our information's getting fucking taken over.
Trump Daddy's our last fucking warrior, dude. He's on the front lines.
He's our bulwark, dude.
They're trying to bring him down.
I know.
They couldn't.
I keep wondering what the fuck. I am wondering, like, all right, so all these newspapers that they're all against him. I'm like, wow. But again, this is a Russian propaganda machine. You just destroy all narrative, so you can't make sense of it. There is no narrative. So you flood it with so many different weird causes. Dude, they got caught. Black Lives Mattered was pushing Russian propaganda.
Yeah.
Blacktivist, that was a Russian fucking puppet, dude. He was like leading people to do shit, and you cause so much mayhem that no one knows what's real anymore.
They did a good job.
Yeah, dude, we're fucked. Like we're totally fucked.
Well, we got the cast out of it. I mean, Matt James Secret Podcast did come out of Russian propaganda.
It's funny that they probably are just like beaming our stuff out there and like perfect.
Like, everybody should listen to this.
I was watching RT, this Slazov Zizek or whatever, and you ever watch RT, the news channel?
No.
It's like it says on like partly funded by Russian government, and he's talking. The host is like, all right, yeah, cool, and then the guy Slazov's like, or Slazov Zizek is like, and this is where I believe you are fake news. And dude, they cut his video, cut his mic, and the guy's like, well, and they bring him back. Dude, it's so fucking funny.
Damn.
Yeah, it was crazy.
That's wild.
Yeah, man.
He was calling fake news. And
well, the host started trying to do this talking point, and the guy was like, the dude, if you ever watch him, he's very like, you do not know what you are. Now I think you are dumb, and here's why, and I'll explain it to you. And the guy's like, yeah, awesome. All right, cut his fucking. Yo, he's so fucking. This dude's a man.
Yes.
But yeah, dude, I've been reading about the conquistadors. It's all coming together. Dude.
Conquistadors are the shit.
Yeah, that's great. They used to come through.
They were mean boys.
Well, they came through, and they would literally just be like, the way they were set up was like, well, you know, we're here in the name of the one true God, our King, and our Pope, and like you guys have to work for them. It's like insane to think about that you guys aren't going to fucking honor the Pope, the one true God, and our King. So they would go through and be like, you guys are fucking our vassals now, and there's people like Mayans and shit were like, what the fuck is this? So they literally would just kind of it was what I was thinking of the stuff from last week about how we changed from like religious energy went to other stuff. So I started, I'm sitting in my chair today. I'm thinking, I'm like, all right, I've been trying to figure out where the energy went.
Yeah.
Figured it out, bro.
Where's it at?
I mean, it's no fucking secret. So you used to be able to kill for the king and God. Now you can kill for democracy. It's a perfect fucking transfer, dude.
Yeah.
That's wearing off. So now where's the energy going? What's going to be the next thing you can kill for?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
Probably blaspheming the Democratic Party.
I know.
And you can definitely get killed.
I know. It's coming, dude.
Did you see that video of Alex Jones?
Oh, which one was freaking out?
He's fighting a good fight. Dude, that was sad. That was real sad.
That was
hard to watch.
Where he was trying to get fried chicken and everyone bullied him?
Yeah, he's like clearly really unhinged mentally.
Yeah. Well, how weird was it? Everyone there is fucking phone matching. They're just
everyone's
like,
filming
I'm
each other.
videoing you. I'm fucking videoing you. It's crazy. And him calling that guy fat, it was so fucking...
That guy was fat.
I know, but
he was a fat pussy.
He's fat too, and he's sitting there and he's just like, you're fucking fat. You think this country was founded by fucking fatsos in 1776? Dude, he
loves 1776.
Oh my god, dude. Telling someone that they could never have founded this country because they're too fat, it's like one of the... Dude, that is one of the funniest insults in
While you're buying chicken.
He's buying chicken and mac and cheese.
Oh, dude, I had a fucking battle at a fried chicken place 2 days ago.
Really?
2 nights ago, dude.
Really?
It was crazy. I was in Queens. This is nuts. I took my fucking bae.
Someone called you a Nazi?
I took my Clarp down to fucking...
Your what?
Clarp, dude. That's her name. Clarp. Fucking Clarp. I took Clarp to... She was like, I wanted a veggie burger. So there's a place right next to my apartment. So we go there. We're the only honkies in there.
Wait, there's veggie burgers at the fried chicken place?
Yeah. There's Arab dudes that own the place.
Wow.
They run it. They're cool as fuck.
Yeah.
There was a black dude behind the register for some reason, and he was talking shit to these 2 black chicks. The whole place is now black.
Gotcha.
2 Arab dudes.
So
2 Arab dudes behind the counter working. Black dude standing at the register talking shit to people.
Oh, he wasn't the cashier?
Turns out he wasn't an employee.
What?
He was just with the group of people that were in there, so he was literally like holding these 2 dudes hostage, standing at the register talking shit to people.
I thought he was a cashier.
So did I when I walked in. So these 2 black chicks were like screaming at him, and then when they left, I guess he saw me like looking, and he was like, "What are you fucking looking at, you white fucking..." He started going at me and Claire for being white. Just literally just standing there. Just standing there. He was like, "You fucking white pussy."
How did you get on the other side of the register?
Because there was a lot of black dudes. He was kind of just running shit.
Did they occupy the fucking chicken shack?
They occupied the fried chicken place.
No, dude.
Yeah.
What did the fucking Saudi princes say?
The Saudi princes were scared. I could tell. They were real scared. They
kept, they're highly prone to like fucking uprising and coups.
There was a fucking Arab Spring, dude. There was a black guy winter, and it was packed, and this guy started like talking shit to us, and I was like, okay, like I like looked at Clark, and I was like, what the fuck's going on? And he was like, don't look around, I'm talking to you, white boy, and I was like, okay.
Damn, then you had to go up to them and be like, can I have a veggie burger,
we were
please?
fucking waiting on a veggie burger.
Damn.
So I'm sitting there and I was like, dude, I'm about to fucking Yelp hard right now. Like joking. Obviously,
Yeah.
I'm like making fun of myself for being a white person.
Yeah.
He's like, ain't no fucking Yelp here. We don't know what the fuck Yelp is. Do we know what that is? And this giant black dude sitting there was like, fuck nah. And they're like talking shit. And
That's my favorite thing. Like, we don't know what that is. And it's like, well, if you Google it.
It's pretty popular, but okay. I mean, I was kidding. I guess he didn't get the joke.
Hell, dude, he wasn't joking
And,
with you, bro. Ain't nothing funny, dude.
So then
so
he
funny,
kept talking
dude.
shit to us, and someone was like, nah, don't worry about him. He's a comedian. He's just fine. And I was like, oh, he's a comedian? That's crazy. I just left the Comedy Cellar. That's cool. What do you do? Where do you perform? I never see you around. Where do you get up?
Oh.
Yeah, dude, right when I found out this guy said he
dude.
did yo, I fucking destroyed this dude.
Stop.
Everyone, all of the black people in the fucking chicken shop were laughing at him. I was like, oh, you want to talk to me about comedy? Do me a favor. Go get me a Pepsi, and then we can talk comedy. Do your job. Get me a Pepsi.
Oh.
It was fun. Then he comes around. He came around the fucking desk.
You
walks
comedy
up.
ranked him. That was the worst thing he could say.
It was unreal.
Oh,
I was,
that's
dude.
perfect,
As soon as
dude.
I found out he thought he was a comedian, I was so happy.
Oh, my God.
I was like, what do you do? I was like, what clubs are you at? Where do you get up? He's like, shit, I'm too real, dude. They don't put me on at clubs. I'm in the street. I was
Heard
like,
that.
so you don't do stand-up? I was like, so you literally are not a comedian? I was like, it seems like you do coke. You seem like you're on cocaine right now.
Damn.
You do coke,
You
not
Soulja
comedy.
Boy'd him, dude.
I hit him. I was like, Drake?
Damn. That's like with
Bro.
Soulja Boy, whenever Soulja Boy battles another guy I've seen, he's like, man, you a motherfucking cokehead, dog. You
Yeah, I
motherfucking-"
started calling him a cokehead, and he got
Damn.
upset. He walks around. He's like, we should team up, dude. He's like, you're real funny. We should fucking join. He tried to fucking walk over and
Try to
like,
be your boy?
Yeah, and I was like, dude, go away.
Damn.
Go get me that Pepsi I ordered and go back
So he
behind
did
the
work
counter.
there?
No, he didn't work there, but I was still
What?
bitching him. I was like, dude, go get that.
Where are the Saudi princes at?
The Saudi princes were getting our food as quickly as possible and then apologizing.
Damn.
It's pretty great. Yeah, everybody laughed at him. I was like, you don't do comedy, dude. You're a loser. Oh, it was amazing.
Fuck.
I felt so fucking strong in that moment.
That's insane.
It was it felt like a fight. At first, when he just started screaming at us for being white out of nowhere, he was definitely like serious.
Yeah.
He was definitely like trying to fight. And like I felt like, you get the adrenaline going
Yeah.
like right before a fight. Like,
How many people were in here, are you talking?
20 in a real small spot.
How was the crowd? Was everyone, people like kind of looking at this guy like, what the fuck's he doing?
No,
Or was it-
everyone was like totally cool with him
It's like, whatever.
yelling at us for being white. It's pretty wild. And I was like, I'm in here all the time. I've never seen you here. Like, what are you talking about?
Yeah, dude.
And yeah.
Damn,
then-
how Clark like that.
then
She
he
must
was-
have been clutching your arm, dude.
Clark loved it.
Just trembling.
At first, me and Clark were scared. I was like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
And then there were like, it looked like bodyguards. There were these two giant black dudes just sitting on both sides of us.
And that was the guy who was like, I never heard of Yelp.
Yeah.
That's a sick. Dude, that's so funny.
What a wonderful reversal.
I've seen like social media things where
This
like-
is. I'm sorry to cut. This
Go,
is
go,
literally one of my biggest victories I've had.
I mean,
in a long time.
That's huge.
Yeah.
To turn the whole fucking crowd.
To stand my ground like that too.
Yeah,
This
dude.
fucking dude was like trying to bitch me, and then I was like, you know what? Fuck it.
Yeah.
Who are you?
Dude, and that's so fucking funny. That's the thing too. It's like to do that, it's completely. They're playing off the thing that you're going to be like a timid white person.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sorry. I'm going to get my veggie burger. And get
I know,
that,
and then I was like,
please.
God
you
damn
guys,
it,
Black
waiting
Panther was
for a
great.
fucking
I
veggie
love
burger.
Black Panther. Please let me live.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, they're probably everyone's sitting there checking their Instagram, looking up, being like, "Huh, white guy's getting bullied, hilarious."
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, you turn on them, they're like, "Oh, this is even funnier."
It was great. They were all like, "Oh!" when I started making fun of him.
Oh my god! When you told him to go away, was everyone fucking just?
Yeah,
how did he
everyone was
take
like,
it?
"Holy shit!" He left. he
Did he
left. Yeah, dude, I freed the
You
Arabs.
freed the fucking
I
Saudi
freed the Arabs. And then we
Damn.
went back because I was like, she was like, I kind of want French fries. I was like, let's get fucking back in there.
Yeah.
We got to go back in there and collect my fucking reward.
I'm surprised they didn't like load up a wagon
They
full
did.
of chicken.
They gave
and
us a bunch
fucking
of free shit when we
send
came
you guys
back.
on your way.
It was amazing.
Were they really?
Yeah, dude. They were like grateful. They were
Man,
like,
that's a
"Thank you."
serious pest. Do you have someone take over the register?
Stand behind the register and yell at customers.
It's basically Tracy Morgan from the last OG.
Dude, it really was. Oh, God, it's getting me heated again. That bothered me so
That'll
much.
get your pulse going.
Yeah, he came in and he started screaming at us for being white, and every other person in the fucking restaurant was like, "This is acceptable."
Yeah, that's crazy.
Dude, imagine if that's remotely the other way around.
Oh my God.
In any way.
Yeah.
I don't want to be somebody that's like, I was racist against, but it's exactly what happened.
Dude, if I took over,
then again, I wasn't a fried chicken shop in Queens at 2 a.m.
True.
So,
that's true.
I mean, you get what,
Yeah, I mean, that's
what you get.
You might get bullied a little bit. Yeah, that is a well, it's a weird thing because it is a good thing to be like, we should probably treat each other equally, and then it's like that's a good thing. And then if like black people are wilding out on you, and you're like, yeah, you guys could do a little better. It's like, oh, fuck you, dude. You're a piece of
it's
shit.
like, well, all right, let's say we're in some shithole white town.
Yeah.
That's all white trash, just sitting in a fucking restaurant. Black couple walks in. Some fucking loudmouth is like, you fucking black pieces of shit. I would imagine white people in the fucking restaurant would be like, dude, shut up.
Yeah, relax.
Like, don't fucking say that.
Dude, I mean, you can say that from... I've done, like, stand-up shows in, like, pretty podunk areas where, like, someone will get up and be like, ain't no motherfucking Mexicans in this town. And people are like...
And everybody in the audience is like,
all right, man, calm the fuck down. Yeah, it's happened... the last place I did actually was in, I think, Queens. I did, like, that was when I did the a bunch of Italian people. And they they were serving guacamole, and I was making fun of them. Like, which one of you fucking idiot dagos made this shitty ass guacamole? And I was like fucking around with them. And this one guy was like, "Ain't no motherfucking Mexicans around here." And they were like, "All right,
yeah, take it easy,
take it easy, man."
Yeah. God, I hate that fucking guy. I've been looking for him ever since.
Who?
Walking around Queens.
Oh, the
trying
fucking
to find this
cashier guy.
Hey, remember me? You pussy.
Yeah, dude. Remember I fucking crushed you?
Yeah, remember when I turned
He's probably dead.
He probably did die. They probably took him out back.
Yeah. They probably beheaded him.
Definitely.
Once they saw his weakness, the fucking two princes took him out back. The two princes were just like...
The two princes. The princes sat there, and when we walked in, these two black chicks, he was screaming at. And I could...
He was trying to get some pussy.
And the Arabs were upset.
Yeah, dude. I mean, that's like the worst thing that can happen in your business.
Scenario.
If someone commandeers your cash register, it's one thing if he was like, "Look, I really need a job. I'm going to stand here and work," and you're like, "All right, what the fuck? I don't really like the situation." But then it's like, "I'm going to stand here and just aggressively attack everyone." It's like, dude, you're literally a deterrent to business.
But he was with
must be good fucking chicken if everyone was like
great chicken.
Yeah, people.
But
are really...
they were all together. It was all like it was literally like 20 black people that were there pretty much together.
Was that a squad?
Yeah. So they let him just stand. The squad was with him.
Oh.
The squad rolled into the restaurant.
So this
and that
all
guy just,
came in at once?
Yes. And that guy just stood behind the register talking shit to people.
Wow.
Yes.
I didn't know. I thought you just...
No, the Arabs
I
were
thought in your whiteness you assumed all the black people were together.
No, they were together. The whole group. So when I started making fun of them, they were all very happy.
Oh, they probably loved it.
Yeah.
Dude.
Yeah, it was nice. Big victory.
That's a huge fucking
So
vic.
far, pretty much nothing but victories this week.
Figured that.
And then today... Check the news. Trump dog's innocent.
Acquitted, dude. Acquitted.
They're trying to flip that hard right now. They're working hard. Like CNN is working real hard to be like, no, we weren't wrong.
Yeah, I know, dude.
For the last 2 years, we weren't wrong.
Yeah, isn't that embarrassing?
Yeah.
Shit.
They can't just come out and be like, the summary that they provided of this report is that there's no collusion.
Yeah. I mean, dude, the same thing happened when Hill Dog was on the fucking Iron Cross, dude, and like Hill Dog got away, and everyone was like, "God damn it!" And it was just like, Hill Dog we tried,
slithered out.
Yeah, people did keep that going. They're like, "Oh, it's just crazy. They fucking Benghazi. They gotta get it. They gotta get it."
Yeah, I support Hill Dog with Benghazi.
Do you really?
Yeah.
What was the move?
Nothing. They didn't do anything. I think they knew there was going to be an attack. I don't think.
See,
Hill Dog could possibly have been held responsible for that. She was just the head of...
They knew there was an attack, but didn't they not pull them out or something?
Yeah, it's all...
If that were me, I'm just saying, if I was Hill Dog, I'd be like, get me a fucking helicopter, drop me down, I'm going to die with my boys. That's what I would do.
I'm not going to let these guys at this...
I'd go down in history, bro.
Yeah, as the
it's
ultimate.
Been there. If I'm Secretary of State, I've obviously had some threesomes already, so it's like, I did that. I have a ton of money. Drop me down. Let me
lead from the front.
Let me fucking lead from the front, bro. That's what I would. I mean, that's just me, dude.
That's you.
I also probably would have had a fucking fake email server too, though, so I can't talk shit on that. She had a burner, dude. I mean, I'd be definitely setting up deals with fucking Saudi princes and shit, dude. As soon as if you give me any power, I will fucking use it for corrupt purposes.
Of course,
I will. I want to run for that. Be like, look, I'm definitely gonna get up to some real shady fucking shit. That's what I'm about.
Bro, I'm just going over in my head. I'm just remembering
What other dubs
this
you
story. Bro, first off, is there a bigger dub than crushing a black dude in a fried chicken shop at 2 a.m?
I don't think so.
In front of your fucking bay?
I can't think of one.
Getting called a fucking white devil and then becoming a white devil, dude. Speak his name and he shall appear, dude. Here comes the white devil.
Yeah,
you
man.
Called down the dog, dude.
Well, I'm telling you, it's really they. I guess they're so used to seeing people who are like around here.
Yeah.
Like I remember, like my dogs would pee outside. People are like, you gotta clean that up. I'm like, it's fucking piss, and they're like, all right.
Yeah,
I'm like, well,
yeah.
you're used to dealing with 18-year-olds. Like, I'm sorry that I'm interfering in your space. Yeah, dude, I ain't with that shit. I'm not fucking with that, dude. I got attacked in my class recently on some motherfucking bullshit, dude.
Really?
Dude, they did a study, and the worst part is like, well, either way, I'll tell you the study. So the study was people. So it was specifically, the study is like specifically among African American kids. This was the title. Are less likely to be anxious when they have higher measures of ethnic pride. So I go, okay, reading the study. All it was that they said, like, so if you took a black kid and their parents accepted them, they were less likely to have anxiety. Makes sense? Of course. And then they correlated, like, and what also correlates is ethnic pride, which we also say is someone accepting themselves and a subplot also accepting their ethnicity. So it's this really vague definition of, like, and they're trying to be like, the more ethnic pride you have, the less anxious you are. The more your parents are nice to you, the more ethnic pride you have. So I, dude, just genuinely raised my hand. I was like, well, so like my parents like accepted me, like why should I be like super stoked on like being white? And they're like, everyone freaks the fuck out. And I'm like, I'm not like mad at the study. I'm just saying it's bullshit. It makes no fucking sense. You know, it's all very loose the way it's done. I'm like, when you're doing a scientific study, social science is so funny because it's like, the variables are supposed to be like speed, weight. That's what science is made for. When you put into social sciences, it's like ethnic pride. And it's like, well, how do you quantify that? It doesn't make any sense. And it's like, it was just fucking weird. And I was like, it just sounds like, and like to me, it sounds like they just did a regular old anxiety study, and they were like, how can we make this about black people? And it's like, because they're like an underserved population or whatever, but at the same time, it was like, you guys are trying to get shit published because it's chic right now. This is a science, this quote, science I'm reading. And it was like, the lady, dude, the teacher goes, she was like, well, they don't mean like race, they mean ethnicity. I'm like, well, but they're saying like, you know, I'm like, so like Irish, Italian. She's like, I'm guessing you're Irish, right? And I was like, literally, teacher says that. I'm like, yeah. It's like, why? And she was like, I'm just saying, it's like, you know. And she kind of gave like an eye roll thing, and I'm like, what the fuck is this?
Oh,
I'm getting fucking attacked, and in my head, I'm like, it just seems clickbaity. That's all. It seems like they had a regular old anxiety study, and then they added ethnic pride in there, which is a weird. I'm like, it was just weird to think about because a scientific study is supposed to translate to other populations.
So if you have pride in your ethnicity, you have lower anxiety.
That's what they're saying. I'm like, that's a fucking slippery. All I'm saying, I'm like,
bro.
That's a weird fucking thing to be pushing out there, and it doesn't. If you're to flip that study, it's just kind of like white. I'm like, so we're gonna like ethnic pride amongst like European Americans is increased when your parent. It's like, dude, what the fuck are you guys doing? That's
awesome. White nationalists have no anxiety.
I know, dude.
I get it. That makes sense. They probably walk around like, yeah, I'm the fucking best.
I know.
I am a Superman. Yeah, so that makes sense. Yeah,
dude, I get it. Everyone, and then, dude, there's always someone in my class who's like, actually, like, what whiteness is ubiquitous in America, and like they'll just people like a peanut gallery of like, actually, and I'll just sit there and I'm like, yeah, I know. What I'm saying is it's a fucking weird study.
It is.
I'm like, how does that translate to any other population?
Nike's doing that. Nike is using that like ethnicity thing real strong right now. It's real weird.
Oh, really?
There's a billboard right by compound where I go do fucking a fair one. There's this giant billboard, and it's pretty sick pictures, but it's also like it's a Nike billboard in the middle of basically like Times Square. It's huge, but every time I'm there, I notice that obviously they only have black athletes as their. But oh no, never mind. They have a lot of female athletes. They even have like a fucking one of the slides because it's a slideshow type ad.
Yeah.
I don't know how to just.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
like
it's electronic, so the picture changes every like 30 seconds.
Yeah.
Even the skateboarding one's a black skateboarder.
Really?
It's like, come on, give us
I'm trying
give
to
us
think
one.
who was the guy? There was a guy from Tony Hawk, the black dude.
Yeah, I remember that guy. Yeah.
Could be him.
No, I think it's a BMX guy, actually.
What?
Who's like pretty good right
That's
now.
crossing the fucking line, dude.
Don't you take my bicycles.
You know white people are best at doing tricks in the air and
We are
Huckies,
the
dude.
best at tricks. But one of them's there's a Muslim lady who's a fencer, an Olympian fencer.
So they're pulling from the fencing
She's got
pool?
a fucking Nike turban. She's got a Nike hat, a
Really?
hijab. It's pretty sick.
That's pretty tight.
But
She's good at what kind of sword does she use in
she
fencing?
uses
Just
a
curious.
Kirby. She uses a Kirby, and at the end, and then she beheads them, her enemies.
She has one move. It's a broad swipe from the top.
Yeah, her opponents have to be kneeling and handcuffed. And she cuts their heads off.
She only fights people with a potato sack with eye holes cut out.
Dude, so it's that, and every ad is like, they said you're a woman and you can't do it. And it's a picture of Serena. It's like, be a
What?
badass girl from Compton.
So-
and a picture of Serena.
Do they have like football ones where like they said you're a 350-pound black guy who can run a 4-second 40? They said you couldn't do
They
it.
said you were 7'5", and you couldn't play basketball. But it's one of them's the Arab chick fencing, and the caption's like, "Be the first of your kind to do it, and then make sure you're not the last." It's like, whoa, Nike, take it
Yeah.
easy, company who uses a sweatshop to build sneakers.
Yeah, dude.
Like, why are you fucking espousing woke bullshit?
Yeah,
when you've used
You have
slave
slaves.
labor.
Yeah. God, that's insane. And dude, the worst part of all this is, and this is what I come up against all the time. Everyone's listening to you and like, Shane's mad they have black people in Nike ads. It's like, no,
I'm not.
It's
I'm
the
mad that-
fucking hypocrisy.
Yeah.
And basically, as close as you can get to owning slaves or sitting here
Yes.
espousing empty moral
In the
virtues
middle
on
of
people
New York
to
City.
sell shit.
To sell, and that's.
God damn,
I was
dude.
talking to Clark about it.
I'm gonna flip the table. Excuse me, dude. The fucking Lord's popping out of me.
Bro,
I might flip the table.
You got hit with the Holy Spirit right now. You're fine. But no, it's like, this is a corporation.
Yeah.
They're not woke.
No.
They are using. They're like, all right, what do the young people like right now?
Yes.
Social movements. All right, let's find an Arab athlete. Oh, the only one we can find is a fucking fencer.
Actually,
And
are they
she's a
selling
female?
fencing turbans? Because I would go out and buy one.
Go get a fencing turban.
I'll wear a turban. They'll be like, excuse me. I'm like, it's for fencing.
It's
You wouldn't
only for
understand.
fencing.
It's only. I'm an avid fencer.
I mean, it's just crazy. It's crazy.
That's insane.
They had to take down their MJ one. They had a Michael Jackson one because
They fell one down the King of Pop.
Yeah, well, it's a picture of
They
Odell.
said that touching boys would prevent you
Yeah.
from being the King of Pop.
Then he
Show
became
them.
white and got a mansion and fucked kids. Nike. Yeah, it's a picture of Odell Beckham doing like the Michael Jackson pose, which because he would dance when he,
Oh, so they had to stop.
and it had him like posing like Michael Jackson.
couldn't do the MJ.
I noticed that one's been taken down.
Wow.
Ever since Leaving Neverland came out, they're like,
Damn,
we don't want
dude.
to associate with this.
You know, Kells is scheduled to go to Dubai.
Really?
Yeah, he just went to his judge to see if they'd let him go to Dubai. People want him. He needs to do 2 shows.
Ignition Remix in Dubai.
Oh, it's gonna fucking pop, dude. Fiesta, dude.
Holy shit! Dude, if he goes to Dubai, they'll be like, "What were you doing?" He's like, "I had a harem of hot 17-year-olds." They're like, "Oh, you've come to the right fucking place, dude."
He should Snowden out in Dubai.
He should stay in the
They'd
Middle
be like,
East.
dude, you did nothing wrong.
He lived like a sheik. That's his crime.
That is his crime.
His only
dude.
crime was he followed the Prophet Muhammad too strictly. He found out that the Prophet Muhammad fucked a bunch of kids, and he was like, "That's how I'm gonna live, dude."
He did live like a sheik. That is his crime.
Exactly.
Dude, that is so fun. Yeah, he's like, I got concerts in Dubai. I think it's the escape.
I hope he does. He should definitely go over there and stay there.
Oh, he would do great.
What's his crime? That's not a crime over there.
I wonder if we could do a penal society where it's like, instead of like locking people up, just
Send them to
send
where
them
it's
to
legal.
where whatever they did is cool. It's like, what'd you do? You can't live here anymore. And you jump down the Mario pipe, and now you're on
And
level
now
7.
you're in Dubai.
And now you're in Dubai.
And now a sex dungeon is totally fucking sick.
Yeah, dude. I mean, this is where it's heading.
Yeah, that's a culture, Matt, that you need to learn to accept.
Exactly.
As a white man, you need to learn to be a little more open to cultures.
Oh, dude, don't get me started around when I talked about female genital mutilation in class. When they
Don't
talk
bring
about,
it
like,
up.
we don't like, it's just a culture. And I'm like, what about female genital? I can't help myself, bro. I'm like, what about female genital mutilation? They're like, I don't know enough about it. I'm like, it's cutting off your pussy. You cool with that? Dude, I basically let...
Bro, I'm sorry.
Go ahead,
dude.
please, go ahead.
We shouldn't be on the air.
God fucking damn
We're
it.
fired up.
We
dude.
are fire. I've been fired up. I've been like not getting sleep. I've been so fired up.
Bro,
about my
I
school.
walk past those billboards every time right before I go into Compound Media. Dude. All right, so most of the time I'm like, God damn, Compound Media, like, this is wild. I work for these guys. Like, they're at the belly of the fucking alt-right movement.
Sure.
Somewhat.
Sure.
Like, that's where the Proud Boys started. That's where, like, Gavin McInnes had a show there. Like, it's kind of...
Yep. That's where he showed his dick.
And, yeah, he showed his dick and butthole, which, that's a little weird. But I'm always like, fuck,
started.
This is risky. And then I'll see that billboard before I go in, and I'm like, you know what? Fuck it.
Yeah.
I'm down with this. I'm just talking shit.
Well, yeah.
Because, like, that's... But anyway, what I was trying to say was back to the female mutilation thing.
Yeah.
Dude, I died on that sword years ago, back in sociology class.
Really?
Some lady was telling us to accept everybody's cultures, and I was like, what if their culture is wrong? Like, what if it is wrong?
Is you in college?
Yeah.
Damn.
At the Harrisburg Area Community College,
Damn, dude.
At Hack. I was just in there bawling out.
Dude, that's awesome.
I was like, what if their culture's wrong? And she's like, what do you mean? I was like, exactly that. Female. I was like, what if they treat women poorly?
What'd she say?
And she's like, that's their culture. Like, the whole class was like, that's their culture. That's how they do it. It's like, we treat women poorly here. Like, a little differently.
Yeah, dude.
It's a lot different. But yeah.
Yeah,
Saying this fight, dude, it never ends.
Dude, I'm telling you. So I'm in class.
You're fighting at a high. I was at Hack, so half the class, 90% of the class didn't give a fuck.
Honestly,
You're doing
I
war.
say this, it doesn't make a difference. I'm in my program. I'm sitting there. I'll give it to this teacher. He's like, we're gonna have a review. Most of them, you do a piece of paper and you send it in. He goes, I'm gonna sit. Tell me what you guys think's going on. I'm like, all right, I'll give it to you. Fucking, you get points for bravery. So I just start, I'm like, I was like, this whole program is a fucking echo chamber of just the same fucking opinion over and over and over. Dude, I'm fucking loose. I just got an argument about the Charles Murray study. And it's like about how they're trying to conflate the science with social policy, which, kind of got from Sam Harris, not going to lie. But
Whatever.
So I just listen to fucking, they don't understand. I listen to so much fucking content.
Yeah.
They don't listen to anything. All they do is go. My whole argument was like, you're getting your information about a scientific study from a quip in the New York Times. I'm like that, and I'm like, so you're like, oh, we're going to engage conservative thing. I'm like, I'm not even a fucking conservative, but I'm like, I'm paying money to be in this place, and I'm like, it's an embarrassment the depth of like the way you guys try to argue against stuff by just being like, that's fucking racist, dude. I'm literally going into it, and then I'm like, you said you have to, even if you think this guy's racist, at least read the science before you argue it, dude. People are like, I don't have to read anything from someone who's racist. People start yelling. I'm like, shut the fuck up. So I'm like, I'm going back and forth. Teacher's like, well, we did disprove the science. I'm like, you fucking read an article. You read a quip in an article and used that to disprove a science. His book's 800 fucking pages. I was like, you can have your qualms with his social policy, whatever, but like, you can't. I'm like, it's fucking embarrassing, dude. And then he's like, so we're going back and forth. He's not trying to let me have it. The class is fucking people are like literally closing in on me. I'm just chilling in the pocket. So then I'm like, dude.
Oh, you're on Lion's Head. Lion's Mane.
I'm on Lion's Mane, bro.
You got Lion's Mane going.
The club can't even handle me, dude.
The club can't.
I'm on Lion's Mane.
You know, fucking mushies. You just got done listening to Sam Harris.
Dude,
You're in there like, you guys are fucking gay.
I'm literally like, I'm literally crushing him. I'm talking about fucking meritocracies based on IQ and how, dude, he's a canary in the coal mine, dude. People are not trying to hear it, and it's like, dude, you want to talk Charles Murray? It's like, yeah, the dude definitely like how do you say? Because I was listening to a debate between...
Oh, wait, Charles Murray's the guy who did the IQ thing.
Race and IQ. Him and his it was co-authored by another guy.
Yeah.
The guy died right before the book went out.
Oh.
Yeah, the
He
boy
got
died.
out.
Murray took the flak, but Murray at the same time...
that guy went with the Joe Pop method.
Oh, yeah.
Just die like right away
He
before
was
the
like...
heat comes
He read
down.
some of the reviews and was like, nah. He got cancer, but he...
Yeah, so did Joe Pop.
Yeah, really?
He got lung cancer.
True that, dude.
He didn't have to face anything.
He probably smoked like... He just probably started smoking it.
Smoking boys' dicks. He's just a dirty wop, dude.
True
Anyway.
that. He was just up to... He just loved the fucking organized grease of it all. He couldn't help it.
Yeah, he could not help.
He couldn't fucking help it,
Dude,
dude.
you think an old Dago is going to snitch?
True that, dude. Doesn't matter the crime, dude.
That's Joe Pa's culture.
True
you
that.
never snitch
Gotta
on your
respect
dogs.
it.
That's his fucking... That was one of his lieutenants. You think he's going to snitch on his dog?
He should have killed him though. If you find out one of your lieutenants is up to something like that, you got to take him. You got to take him into the Pine Barrens, dude. But
right, sorry
he had a fucking football thing to run, dude. So
He had a football thing to run. He had an average Big Ten fucking football program to run.
So we're sitting there, we're going back and forth. Everyone's hating on me, dude. I'm going in. I don't even go into the fact that all their political beliefs are feeding into like a mechanism that's trying to control them through social media. That they say they fucking hate capitalism, yet they feed the most aggressive form of capitalism, which is fucking Google and Facebook. Whatever.
Yeah.
Take that out of the equation.
Take
dude.
that out.
Take that out of the equation.
Redact that, please.
Bracket that for now.
Yeah, let's put a pin in that.
That's why I listen to so much Sam Harris. I mean, I'm getting slimed by the. He always used bracket that slimed.
He used to be. Let's put a pin in that.
Let's put a pin in that. And he goes, and when they go, him and whoever he's talking about, like, I think now we're at the meat of the issue. I think we're at the actual cores of the reactor of this issue. It's like, dude, you guys just fucking talk and shut up.
O'Connor steals.
Does he really?
O'Connor uses a ton of Sam Harris.
Now we're at the core of the reactor of the rods of the issue.
You're not making contact with reality with what we're discussing here. Let's go ahead. Now, I'd like to get back to that first point you made in that argument because there's a lot to unpack here. So let's
dude, I literally stayed awake and listened to that last night.
Let's put a pin in this and go back to that first point you made.
And they all do digs and they're like, well, I think you might be a little sensitive, but I'm not going to say, dude, it's so fucking funny. So I'm like, so I'm just being like, look, you have to be able to engage information as it comes, and you can't be like, that's racist and just block data. Like you can't do that. It's not data. So I'm like, all right, whatever. Oh, but Charles Murray, the one thing they said against him is like, because he's like, look, man, my whole thing, I studied IQ, race does come up, and it comes up and all that stuff. But then his second book right after that was basically White Guys Invented Everything. He did it. He broke down the data of like contributions to society. So he followed up his thing with like, I was like, God damn it, Murray. He followed his thing. I'm like, I'm fucking trying to help you, bro.
Yeah.
So his next book after that was, according to this guy Ezra Klein. And again, people do definitely, take liberties with his work.
Someone should have pulled Murray aside and be like, yo, dude, everyone knows. You don't need to write a book. Yeah, white dudes invented everything. All right, we know, dude. Don't write about it.
He followed that up. But what the fuck happened with him? So then the reason he gets into such hot water is because he's been a proponent of like ending welfare. He's worried about dysgenesis, which is when people like basically people with low IQs across groups. That's what they say now. Across groups. All across every group are having more kids than people with high IQs within that group. So Murray's kind of like, this could be a fucking problem, dude. Yeah. It's like we're slowly, and it gets eugenic-y. So it's slippery. It's real mucky waters he's in. But he wrote an 800-page book about like basically IQ is this weird measure of intelligence. So like, it does have predictive qualities, but it's also like now it just out of nowhere became how you become paid. If you have a high IQ, you can pretty much, for the most part, get paid and get money. If you don't, you're kind of fucked. He was saying it's basically being like, like it's like being an NFL lineman. It's like saying like, it's not the most important thing in the world, but like if you're going to be an NFL lineman, you got to be 300 pounds. If you're going to be like a astrophysicist, you need to be fucking, certain IQ or heavier. So that's all he's saying. He's like, we got to watch out building a society that's based on all this stuff. But he's been trying to end welfare for a long time. So people took all those things and were like, he's saying black people are dumb and we should say fuck them, blah, 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 blah.
Oh, wow.
But in his book, his whole thing is that we should do, he's a big proponent of UBI. So he wants to do universal basic income instead of welfare. So that's the dude, in a very tight nutshell. But like, I'm like, no one in my school knows any of this. They're just going, he's a fucking racist, blah, blah, blah. So we're in class. The teachers, everyone's gaining ground on me, dude. It seems like I'm sunk. Your boy's sunk. I'm sitting in class. I'm like, dude, all I'm saying is you got to, like, everyone's talking about diversity of, people's ethnicities. We need diversity of thought, blah, blah, blah. And he's like, we do have diversity of thought, blah, blah. I'm like, dude, I'm in a class. I'm paying for a class right now. And first of all, they studied before about liberals only going from, like, in their bubble of news sources, where conservatives tend to kind of at least read the other news sources.
Yeah, it's the only news source, really.
Yeah, or you can read Fox.
Yeah.
Or Breitbart. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like, they'll go outside. They'll like digest alternative views. They're more inclined to do it. So I hit him as teacher with. I'm like, liberals don't read outside their bubble, dude. The study's been done. He was like, I don't know about that. I'm like, ask the guy, CEO of Twitter. They talked about it, and I was like, going into Jack Dorsey. I'm like, it's a fucking well-known study, dude. I don't know about that. So he thinks he's winning. I pull up the syllabus, and all we do is read New York Times articles. Every single article he reads from the New York Times. So I'm like, I'm just saying, dude, look at your syllabus, bro. Where's every single article come from? And he goes, you got a good point. Dude,
Damn.
crushing, dude.
Wow, dude, we both had huge victories.
Huge
You
victories.
took
dude.
on the fucking liberal scum. I took on the blacks.
I know, and that's the thing. It's such a to be like, this is what I was up to. I did. It is funny because there's definitely a bunch of people who are just like, yes, dude. A lot of ABs are out there like, yes, time is nigh.
Yes.
That's the thing, dude. It's like I'm trying to fucking. I don't want fucking to be inflated with the Aryan Brotherhood, dude.
I don't.
And that's what sucks because I get slimed. I'm trying to bracket in the core of the reactor.
I was just
I'm
trying
getting
to.
slimed.
I was just trying to get Clarp a fucking veggie burger.
And you got attacked by black people.
And black dudes just were like, "You fucking white pussy." I was like, "You stink, dude."
Woo! That's what I'm arguing for, though. You're just in there, and you can be like, "What are you guys acting like fucking at?" Rather than be like, "I'm sorry, am I?"
Yeah.
As soon as I hear people anymore be like, "As a blank, blank, blank," I'm like, "All right, we're not having a real." As a white possible gentrifier in a chicken shack, I see why you'd be upset with my presence.
Yeah.
There's people who like I literally would talk like
course.
that, and it's like you're insane.
I had to make a real choice. It was a real fight or flight fucking moment. Like I did
Yeah,
have a
dude.
part of me that was like, "Shut the fuck up."
Yeah,
Like, just take
you couldn't
this-
go full Walmart dad.
I could have just taken this beating. Yeah, Walmart dad is what I ended up doing. I literally thought to myself, like, all right, this guy's attacking us for being white. Just get the fucking sandwich and leave was my first thought.
What were you wearing?
I did have my camouflage Air Force Ones on.
Damn, I was
did have
thinking,
the camo
whenever
out.
someone's getting racist attacked, I always imagine them like a full button-up thing
No.
with like tight khakis. Like, I'm just trying to. You ever see those movies?
I think I was wearing a sweatsuit.
Were you really?
Yeah.
That's actually like.
That should be an
That's my
indicator.
pirate flag,
Yeah,
dude.
dude. It's like, all right, obviously this guy's unhinged.
I have Walmart
Don't bother
sweats.
him.
I walk my dog in like just like all white with like little dashes.
Yeah.
Walmart sweatpants, and I can see the people fucking like.
They steer clear.
Yeah,
But yeah, I had a moment where I was just like, all right. But I was with my girlfriend. I'm getting
You can't
crushed in
take an
front
L,
of my
bro.
chick. I can't just be like, okay.
What'd she have to say about the whole? What was her reaction to the whole thing?
She was scared at first. I mean, it was scary.
Yeah,
This guy, like, he wasn't kidding.
it's 2
at
in the
first.
morning too. It's
Yeah,
2 in the
he
morning.
was fucked up.
People
I could
are
tell
drunk.
he was fucked up.
Yeah.
And no one in there was trying to help us at all.
Damn.
Everyone was pretty stoked
How's
that
it feel,
this guy.
Shane?
I was.
That's my favorite response. Well, yeah.
Now you know.
Exactly. Now you know. It's like, no,
I've
dude.
never seen that happen to a black person in my life. I've never sat there and had someone be like, "Get this black piece of shit out of here." Never once would that ever happen around me. That I would sit there and be like, "Cool."
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah. And then you know what, Matt? I just summoned my inner fucking Alex Jones. I was like, Jones, when
You were like,
allow
you
this?"
fat fucking piece of shit.
I
You
took
never
my phone out and I was like, "This is 1776." I 1776.
Did anyone
out.
start phoning it?
No,
Damn.
no, not that I
That would have
remember.
been power move. You went Instagram
mean-
live. If you went Instagram live on him, you're like, "What's up, followers?" And fucking
Yeah, I'd be like, "This guy's trying to talk shit."
damn, that would have been
Get
sick.
me a Pepsi. That's what I kept saying to him.
Did he get you a Pepsi?
It's like, go get me my drink. No, it turned out he didn't work there, so that kind of. But it was still the insult remained. Like I was like, you listen to me.
My thing is, imagine if you went back there and started doing that. That Saudi prince would have fucking choked you out.
Yeah, but if I went in there with a bunch of my friends, we were all fucked up and just stood there. There was only 2 guys.
He would have called the cops on you instantly. Now, like,
The Saudi prince knew he was in their world at that moment.
Yeah,
They made the rules.
what I'm saying is, it's like he was probably like, because if someone commandeers your register, you kind of got to call the cops. If you
Yeah.
can't get them out of there, you got to be like, the fuck do you do? That guy was like, I don't want to end up on the fucking news.
I came
though."
in there, dude. Don't worry.
You pulled him
Just
out
a
of a
fucking
sticky
vigilante,
situation.
dude. Just walked
Dude,
in.
the same thing happens. Like, I'll go into any business in Philly, and like a homeless person comes in.
Yeah.
Like clearly nuts homeless person. It'll be like a black dude walks in and it's just like blah, 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 yelling a bunch of. This is a fucking insane person. And
Yeah.
you'll see people like.
What can we do?
It's like, dude, this guy's nuts. Kick him the fuck out. It's
Yeah,
like,
but Matt-
you'll be fine.
Think of the oppression.
Yeah, but it's like this guy's
It's like,
crazy.
Nah. This is a Starbucks right now.
Well, it's funny. Yeah, well, it's funny because people just sitting there. And there's like, and like this guy's in here. He's like fucking screaming at people
Yeah.
and shit. I'm like, this guy's unhinged. It's not like it's like a fucking lawyer coming in. You're like, be gone, be gone.
Dude, how pissed, speaking of that voice, how pissed do you think O'Connor and his dad are right now?
Oh,
that
dude.
Trump dogs. I called Chris.
His dad slammed the desk, bro.
I tried to leave a
Dr.
voicemail.
Claw, full.
Yeah. Christopher, do
Get back here now.
you believe this? Our political enemies are innocent. We tried to frame them, Christopher, but our political enemies slipped through the cracks again.
I gotta read up, dude. I gotta read up on the Mueller.
It's, I think Barr is the name of the person who summarized the report. The full report hasn't come out yet.
Well, I think what's actually...
One of Trump's dogs summarized the report already. It was like, nothing.
Yeah.
And that's what people are running with.
Dude.
It's pretty sick.
I mean, from what I understand, we're pretty clearly like invading Venezuela for oil.
Hell yeah.
And like gearing up to like strip Africa of all of its mineral rights. That's kind of what we're really up to right now. In the meantime, it's just kind of like, wait, do the Russians get in there or not? Did
the Russians use our internet? Did the Russians steal our fucking Wi-Fi or not? I had a cool Game of Thrones titled Wi-Fi that they stole.
Yeah, dude, that's what the Ruskies have been up to.
What a bit. I took some mushrooms this weekend.
What?
Took a small amount of mushies.
Yeah.
I was in Boston. In Boston, I did that show in Worcester.
How was that?
It was a fun show. Did 2 shows.
You took them at nighttime?
Yeah, I took them after the show. And,
nice.
I forgot my wallet. I left my wallet in New York, so for the whole week, I didn't have a wallet.
Damn.
Yeah, which wasn't really a problem. You can just download your card onto your phone and just hold that up to anything you're buying.
I guess you really didn't need ID.
No, until after the show, we tried to go to some bars. And I got fucking ID'd everywhere.
What?
Except one place. A fucking gay bar that was having a drag show. Bro.
Yeah, dude.
Bro.
How was it? Is that the only place you could go to?
Lounge. It was like a drag show open mic. Like the whole place was empty except for people that were trying to do drag, and it was fucking hilarious.
Oh my god.
These were
That's a sick circuit.
Yeah, it was essentially an open mic.
How do you judge a good drag queen? Is it like
at
sass?
the end? Yeah, it's sass.
Okay.
The one who won was hot.
Really?
That's
unfair.
It was a tiny dude that was actually sexy, going up against a bunch of like fat dudes.
That's
dancing.
Unfair.
Dude, it was so fucking funny.
Oh, that's hilarious.
And I was with these 2 guys from Boston that were comedians, and we were fucking clearly bros.
Yeah.
And dying laughing.
You guys were clearly not fucking gay.
We were dying laughing.
Really?
And it was like to a point where it was like, we should shut up. This is actually mean. Like these guys were going out.
Is that the whole point of the drag queens to be funny?
They go lip sync and dance. So they were taking turns doing songs where they would sing Lady Gaga and dance around. And we sat there fucking dying.
I thought they're supposed to be, every time I've seen anything drag related, they're supposed to be funny. They're trying to be funny.
Yeah, they're real sassy.
There's a lot of innuendo, too.
Which is real funny. They talk shit to each other the whole time, which was great. They were funny. There was a big fat one on stage, and there was a big fat one at the door.
Yeah.
They both had microphones. They'd be like, let's bring up our next bitch. Brought up dudes with like hunched shoulders. It's so funny to see these guys.
That's wild shit, dude. That's I will say this though, it's definitely a 6. You can rise pretty fast in the drag circuit.
Yeah,
like if you're like, you know what I want to do? Fucking drag circuit, dude. It's nothing but high fives.
They were very cool.
You go girls.
They were real nice.
Yeah, they have to be.
It was a bunch of clearly mentally unhinged dudes. It was nuts, man.
So they were like, there was no Motley Crue's over the drag
There
queens?
was no, dude. It was just weird looking.
Well, it's like, thanks for letting me fucking live out my, come, like where I can come and dress like a girl and sing Lady Gaga. Imagine if you had that compulsion to where you're like, dude, you're secretly just a little monster, dude.
I'm a little
It's like
monster.
Just Dance comes on the radio and all you can think about is sliding on a silky pair of boy shorts and just taking the stage. I had a little bit too much.
Oh my god.
That's a crazy
The way
thing.
they settled who won, they brought everyone on stage, crowd clapped. I was clapping for this redhead, this giant fucking redhead that sucked, but it was one of the funniest things I've ever seen.
God damn.
No, and that guy didn't have any friends there. So like he was just by himself bombing. He just ate it. And it was one of the funnier things I've ever seen.
So I'm just trying to wrap my head around this. So so I'm thinking about that one. You go to you put on the clothes, you hit the drag show, and at the end of the night you gotta like go home and wipe off your makeup and like go to sleep.
After you lost.
That's fucked up, dude.
Yeah, it's a weird world. It was, and I was in my head about it. It's
kind of sad.
Yeah, it's sad. But they were having fun.
I'm sure.
They were getting wild. And then what was funny was it was raining afterwards, and I was like, whew, drag queen's fucking arch nemesis. Rain after the show, dude. You just quickly become a dude.
Start looking like Kiss quick, dude.
But the way they settled who won was they had the two finalists dance off against each other. And
the hot one won.
The hot one, it was no competition.
Really?
The hot one climbed onto the bar And when that happened,
Well, the Hot One Coyote Uglied?
yeah,
Stop,
You
dude.
can shut it down right
Stop,
there. They
dude.
did stop the music as soon as the Hot One got off the bar. They stopped the music and we're like, it's over. Hot One crushed.
Damn.
I was
What did they win?
starstruck,
What did they
dude.
win?
I don't know, probably like $50.
Nice.
Yeah, it was
That's good.
sick.
You gotta hit the fashion bug hard, dude. Let's be like, you guys have XXXXXL.
Yeah, dude, it was nuts. So at one point, one of them was like real fucking obese and was
Yeah.
like twerking,
Ooh,
and I was like,
fat ass or no?
and here's this is me shitting on Clarp. Clarp was like, yes, go, like she was like
Sure.
supporting them,
Yeah.
like any chick would.
Sure.
And I was like,
What are they thinking though? I really
if
want to
that,
know.
yeah, and I'm like, that's a fucking mailman. Like that's a fucking like janitor that
Yeah.
you're sitting there like, yes, twerk. It's a 350-pound man grinding his fucking ass on someone, and you're like, wow, yes. It's like, dude, if he was wearing jeans right now, you'd be like, that's a creep. We need to leave.
Wow.
It's like, but he's wearing a dress, so you're like,
dude.
oh my god, I've been told that I need to support this.
Yeah, dude.
So that was a fight, but
You go. Yeah, telling someone that they're acting on a pre-programmed
Yeah,
like
people don't
thing.
like it.
I've learned is very.
I'm like, yeah, you're just told that it's cool to support these people, so you're supporting them hard right now. In reality, that's a fucking weird dude. Like, if we were out and that guy was just grinding on someone, you'd be like, we need to leave.
Yeah, for
There's
sure.
a rapist.
Yeah, well, I guess that's so you can still party like it's 1990 as long as you wear a dress.
Yes.
Pretty fair.
Yeah, you can still grope people.
I can go grind on chicks.
Bro, you can show people your dick.
What?
Yeah.
Did someone show dick?
I've seen dick. I've seen a drag queen. I went backstage once when I had a show.
How many times?
I've been to a couple drag shows.
True,
dude.
doing stand up, you do a lot
Doing
of
stand up,
stuff
you
like that.
run into these fucking
It's
animals.
drag society, comedians, drag queens.
True. I've had shows where we went on first or after them. So
Yeah.
I went back into the green room and they were back there still getting fucking dicks out. Dude, dicks, they roll up their dick and duct tape them.
What?
Yeah, you gotta fucking duct tape your dick under your nuts.
Not me.
Yeah, not me. Mine would just stick out.
I'm made to be a fucking drag
Yeah,
queen,
dude,
dude.
you and me should put on a show.
Isn't burlesque when like girls want to be drag queens, but then they're already
when-
girls?
Yeah, they're girls. They want to be witches. Oh, now they're big into the dark arts.
Are they really?
The burlesque chicks, yeah.
Are like Wiccans?
Yeah, they're fat stripper. They're too fucking ugly.
I always said that. I was like talking
Yeah.
to someone, and they're like, "Oh, we should go to like a burlesque show," and I was like, "I would
Absolutely
just
not.
rather go to a strip club." I'm like, I
Yeah.
hate burlesque, and apparently, like they did burlesque. And like, what are you talking about? Burlesque is awesome, and I was like, it's ridiculous. Like, what the fuck's the point?
Yeah.
It's like go strip. If you want to be a stripper, go strip. Burlesque is like stripping. It's like a form of stripping that your dad's like, all right, fine.
Yeah.
It's like, well, no, it's like anything. If anything, it's like it's kind of privileged, dude.
Burlesque dancing
Yeah,
is very
it's very
privileged.
privileged, dude. It's like
Very
wow,
privileged.
wow,
Wow.
Some people have to do that for a living. That's your little fun time.
That's fun time for you.
I'm Lady Marmalade, and here's my little
It's
dance
nah,
I made
dude.
up.
Go be Destiny and go fucking jerk a
Exactly,
guy off.
dude. Exactly.
Wow. Wow,
Go on
dude.
the front fucking lines,
We're
dude.
so fucking woke.
I know.
That's what people don't get about how
I know.
sick this cast is.
Exactly.
We're woke, dude. We're on the front lines.
Exactly, dude.
Taking on the fucking corporate entities that spew social justice.
It's unbelievable, dude. I mean, I'm losing weight right now, so no one ever doesn't come up to me and they're like, "You can't fucking win 1776."
Yeah, you gotta lose weight so you can start the revolution.
Dude, I was fucking fighting with Brittany all weekend. We were just
going at it.
fighting, dude, all weekend. It's never fucking stops. We're cool again for a day, but like we've been fighting like cats and fucking dogs, and there was like,
Bro.
there at one point she was like, "I think we should just not live together. You should get your apartment." I'm like, "I'll get a fucking apartment right now, dude." I go
Damn.
right into. I will fucking gladly
I'll burn this down right
I will
now.
gladly. So no, we can like. We'll still be together. What is that? I'm like, I'll
Yeah.
get a fucking apartment right now. You try me, dude. So then, like at one point, we haven't made up yet. I'm in my boxers, and she's like doing her hair and the thing, and I sit down, and I'm just like, my little fucking baby belly just hunches over, and I'm in my boxers just staring at her like this, and she just looks at me, and we just hated each other. I was
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
oh, I fucking look like a fat fucking slug, and I was like, I fucking hate you. So there was just this period where it was just
Yeah.
kind of like, in that moment, I'm like, it can only get worse from here.
Yeah.
I just sat there and was like, "Blah." I had like a bad sinus infection, so I still have it. I'm fucking I have a bad cold, and I like ate like shit that day, so my stomach's just hanging over my boxers, and I'm just like sitting there like, I fucking hate you so fucking much.
Bitch.
I'm so fucking fat and gay right now, and I fucking hate you so much.
I called you. I go, yeah, me and fucking Clark broke up again and got back. Dude, we fight like, because I'm mean. So I'm mean, and I say mean things. All joking, but, you know, girls don't fucking like that.
They don't get teased like that.
They don't like getting teased. And, you know, there's definitely some points where she's like, I'm your girlfriend. Don't talk to me like that.
Okay.
And I'm like, yeah, true. My bad.
Fair
this
enough.
Is something I need to work on.
Yeah.
I'm an asshole. It's a problem.
Here's what bothers me, dude. It's like the shit I fucking deal with and put up with. Who knows? And then it's like, it's insane. And then it's like,
Tell you what, when she needed that superpower that I have, when that black dude was trying to assault us,
yeah, dude.
now it's okay to be a dickhead.
Yeah, exactly.
Now it's like, oh wow, let's use that evil for good right now.
Exactly. Imagine if you the whole time were like, oh, okay. It's not all fucking puppies and rainbows, dude.
Nah.
Dude, my whole thing is when girls come up with arbitrary rules that like they try to fucking proclaim as letter of the law. Like, dude, I do the dishes most times. Now I'm just fucking complaining.
Yeah,
I do the
both
dishes.
are. Now I'm like, we should delete this part.
No, they did, dude. This is a real big thing. So it's like a lot of times I clean the kitchen. It's not a big deal. I don't mind it. But then the other day I made this fucking coconut jerky that I'm giving you.
That you've gifted
cracked
me.
Coconut shells. There's already dishes in the sink. I'm not like, you should don't put dishes in the sink. I don't give a fuck. I can thrive in any sort of environment. Don't care. If you want to clean, I'll make sure I clean myself up or clean myself up. If you're not cleaning, I'm not going to clean either because I'm totally fine with dishes in the sink too.
Yeah.
So there's dishes in the sink, so I'm like, I don't feel like doing the dishes. I want to make this coconut jerky. Crack the coconut shells up. I put it down there. Dude, she comes home and is just like, there's coconut shells in the sink. Man, food doesn't belong in the sink. Man, the garbage disposal's broken.
She went full Cartman?
Full fucking Cartman on me, dude. The garbage I'm like, I guarantee it's not broken. Watch out. It's just something in there. I'll pull it out. No, get off it. I got it. She fucking goes, no, I got it. I get so, literally, my body's charged. I'm like, just ignore it, dude. It's not a big deal. I'm like, no, but seriously, I'll pull it. No, I got it. Get away. And will physically like shoo me off. Dude, she has a little thing of like footies, so like these like soft little socks. I was looking for something. I had to break something, dude. I'm like, fucking now, I'm like, fuck this. I picked up her footy like wicker basket, and just fucking slammed it on the ground.
Damn.
I get so mad, dude.
I get it.
I have to get it out. So, like, dude, I started coming down the stairs like real fast. I got those Flintstone feet that like she should have known. Like, I'm fucking mad and I want to hit something, and I want to fucking just double fist ram her, dude. But I'm like,
oh my god, man.
She go, this is what I want to do.
Are you trying to 1776 her?
I'm 1776.
You're trying to fucking revolt.
My thing is, I'm so mad. She's being such a motherfucker.
If you yell
about nothing, too.
Yeah,
about
of course.
fucking nothing. I'm like, dude, just because you don't like orange peels in the sink doesn't mean I don't have to put orange peels in the sink.
Yeah.
You don't fucking like that? Tough shit. That's what I was trying to explain. These arbitrary rules where I'm like, this is your own weird neurotic thing. That doesn't mean that I have to adopt it and abide by it.
Dude, all you have to do is yell Alex Jones quotes, and you're allowed to hit people.
I know.
You fucking hit it and be like, "This is for 1776." Be like, "Live free or die." Boom.
I couldn't use that specific time frame against her.
You could have.
I go like, "This is for 1770."
Sorry about what we did back then.
So
things weren't really great for your people either. But that's fuck you.
This is about orange peels right now, you bitch. So like in my head, I'm just because dude, when I'm like. It's she was trying to say like the fucking garbage disposal was broken. It's not broken. There's all you have to do is pull shit out. So they do it again. I'm in argument mode. I'm trying to win the argument. She's like, "There's coconut shells in there, and they could have broke the whole thing." I've established that it's not broken. She just said it was. So she was like, well, "I leave dishes in." I'm like, "Yeah, but when a sink or a fucking fork can fall down the garbage disposal, you won't know it's down there, and you'll turn it on." She's like. No, I've checked it, and the forks stick out a little bit when they're down there. I'm like, you fucking greasy little bitch, man.
Whoa.
Answer for everything.
Whoa.
And then I was like, nah, but I'm like, there's certain spoons we have that are pretty short. If you angled them right, you wouldn't be able. We're arguing about nothing, dude. So then I'm like, I just fucking pick up a thing of footies, smash it, take a walk, come back.
Did she witness you smash it?
Oh, she saw me smash it. First of all, I kicked an empty paper bag. I fucking full on like from the 50-yard line to empty paper bag. That didn't satisfy me. I saw the first thing she cared about.
Empty paper bag?
Empty paper bag.
That probably actually just made you look dumb.
I know it did. I kicked it and like floated for 3 seconds. My leg, dude, came up to my forehead. I kicked that thing so fucking hard. She's just there fiddling with the thing that's not broken. I'm just kicking stuff in my apartment. Then I had poison in me, dude. And then I pick up the fucking footy thing and just go,
I know the footy thing. I know exactly where it is.
It. Nothing has a wicker basket. So it, like, footies popped out and scattered. Then I just took a walk and I was like, God, I wish I broke something better. This is bullshit, dude.
Damn.
Yeah, spaz.
You got some violence in you.
I do.
You better watch out.
I would never hit her, but it's like my thing is like
of course
when I'm like, here, let me get in, and she's like throwing elbows, like, get off, I got it, like pushing her little fucking weight into me, and I'm just like someone pushing into you and pushing you away. It's like you're entering physical contest, and you have
Clark
to be like,
will hit me. Clark will fucking.
I get hit
throw
all the
punches,
fucking time,
dude.
bro.
Clark throws punches.
I get purse swung all the time, punches. Yeah, it's bullshit.
We should start hitting our fucking girlfriends.
This is what I tell her. I'm like, look, you got to stop fucking hitting me. I'm never going to hit you, but you got to stop hitting me because it's like you're just fucking priming the tank. You got to stop hitting me.
You could have a couple sideys.
Exactly.
You hit me, dude.
Or like she's hit me on accident in the nuts. She's never angrily went at my nuts. I might fight her for that, honestly.
That could be a slap.
That could be at least a fucking like karate chop. You definitely. I mean, I've already talked about this. You can definitely use karate taekwondo on your chick. It's not fucking domestic violence. That's the whole point of learning taekwondo because it's not domestic violence, dude.
Yeah,
like a karate chop, or like if you like go for a pressure point, grab her arm and push it on her elbow.
Yeah.
But no, so yeah, I've been fighting all weekend. We're cool now, dude. So I don't know how. Apparently, it's always too when she declares a truce. I'll be like, all right, we cool now, and finally she's like, all right, fine. I'm like, no, I'm still fucking pissed. But yeah, you know, it is what it is.
Every time me and Claire fight, I tend to call you and just bash her as hard as I can.
That's all you can do.
And then, you know.
Well, I've learned about the bashing because we would break up and I'd go to my family like, fuck,
yeah, and then you look like a fucking idiot.
Hey, guys.
Yeah.
Can you not, like, say that stuff?
Yeah. I've had friends break up with their girlfriends and me be like, yeah, she was a bitch, dude. And then they're back together and it's like, nah, she's great. Like, yeah, so I do the same thing where I'm like, you know what? Fuck her. I didn't fucking need this shit, dude. Yeah, and then, like, an hour later, I'm calling her like, I actually need this shit.
Yeah, I was talking some shit. I was like, I will get an apartment right fucking now. Test me. Yes. I was in my swivel chair on the third floor. I was like typing on my computer, and she brought this shit to my attention. I was like, you're bringing up that I should get an apartment. I was like, pull up fucking Trulio right now. I'll get one in my fucking range right now. Like, fuck that, dude.
Oh, fuck.
But no, so we were good.
But
we're good. We got 2 dogs. Yeah. We can't break up. We got 2 dogs.
You can't leave the dogs, dude.
I can't break them up, dude.
I understand.
So either way, I'm not gonna bog the listeners.
You got to do it for the dogs.
That's what I got. 10 years.
Stay together for the dogs.
With me as a dog owner, they'll probably live till 15.
True. Even though you do put them in precarious situations.
That's just living a full dog life, dude.
I know.
What kind of precarious situation?
A quick dog life.
What kind of situation?
If you're out running through the woods at night, bringing them to dog parks to fight dogs.
That's a wrestle, bro.
Just a wrestle, but still. These dogs are going to live short lives. Dude, I don't want to curse your dogs. No. I don't mean to put a hex on your dogs.
No.
But they're definitely going to die soon.
Jackson's probably if he gets a decade, I'll be surprised. I almost fucking punched someone's dog at the dog park.
Nice.
Yeah, well, it was like it got my dog down, and like it looked like it was going for its neck, and I ran up behind it, and I was like, I grabbed
you hit it with the dog. Grab? I've seen you grab a dog. It is uncomfortable.
Little German Shepherd. I grabbed his fucking stomach, and I was like looking over. And I thought it was gonna like start doing this and like wagging its head rip with their teeth. I was getting ready to come back and hit it, and the dog jumped back, and the owner was like, "Oh, I think your dog barked first." And it was like, "All right, bro, you're lucky I didn't fucking break your dog's ribs, dude." I was leaning back to come in with a full like whap.
You're gonna hook a dog? What's wrong with you?
Because I thought I had my dog by the neck.
You were wrestling, dude.
No. This dog, it was.
Nah, you were being soft.
No way,
that
dude.
Owner was probably like. Guy doesn't even know dogs.
He was fucking shook. It was his dog on top of mine with his neck, its mouth on my dog's neck, and it started to do that neck where it whips its head around. Oh, the true fucking alpha dude came out of the gray and just goes double Hulk on its ribs just to let him know I'm there. Like I'm in right now. What I'm communicating to this dog,
bro. If your dogs can't handle the dog park, don't bring them. If they're getting rocked like
dude.
that, they shouldn't be there.
No, here's the
they
thing.
should go to the lesser dog park.
No, they can handle the
little
dog park. Well,
No,
no, when the pack gets threatened, dude, the alpha fucking takes up.
Dude.
What I did is I mimicked a dog humping another dog. I knew exactly what I was doing. When dogs hump another dog, they hook their paws in. I grabbed the belly of the dog and hooked in. I was like, yeah, I'm here.
I'm fucking you right now.
I'm here, dude.
I could take you.
Do you even know about dog psychology?
Bro, this is the psychology I know.
What?
If you have soft ass dogs,
They're not.
don't bring them to the big boy park.
My dog started to fight, dude. It was a little
Your
too
dog
much.
was at the big boy park.
Yep.
You got to take them to the little dog park.
No.
Because this is for big dogs, dude.
No, dude. I'm the biggest dog. I got in there, dude. I'm a fucking 180-pound fucking Rottweiler, baby. I'm down. You know, I stay on all fours at the dog park the whole time. Dude, I got up behind the dog. I was just like, do you ever see when dogs are in heat? Have you ever observed dogs in the wild and how like when they pack up?
No. What do you mean?
Oh man,
I just told you wolf facts last week. You don't think I know dogs?
So what happens?
When dogs are in heat?
Yeah.
All right. So
When they're
they'll
in the
sit
stray.
around. They'll sit around until like the female's in heat, and then all the males will start fighting.
I told you this last
Usually
week. I
they
fucking
put their-
told you this last week, dude. Fuck you. I told you this. I shouldn't have fucking told you this shit. I was like, damn, hope he doesn't remember I did. They told
Yeah,
this
I
last
remember
week.
this conversation.
Dude, you watch the video. It's pretty sick. They just literally, like, the female dog, the male dog will put its head on their butt and just chill. And
You
like
should have done that to the German Shepherd. Just put your head on his butt.
It was too late. I had to fucking go.
He was already beating the fuck
I had to
out
go
of
in for
your
the hump,
soft
dude.
dog.
Fuck, Matilda's a sweetheart, bro.
Matilda was
Where
the
the
one
fuck
getting
was
bullied.
Jackson? Was what I was wondering. I'm like, dude, your sister's getting fucking attacked, and you're all stiff as someone's balls, dude. But yeah, dude, I like grabbed it and then cocked back for like a full fucking rib breaker, and then like the
Oh, my
dog just
God.
jumped. Dude, I didn't know if you were fucking tearing my dog's neck up.
I understand, but it's like that's so
It was
funny.
instinct,
You went
dude.
to fucking sock
And
a dog,
all the guy said, he goes, I think your dog barked first. And I was like, dude,
bro.
you're lucky you don't get this fuck. You're lucky you don't
should
get
have got
it.
him.
I mean, dude, I would love to start an MMA park, like dog park, where you could like
Tell you what,
wrestle.
you guys are 0 for 1.
Who?
You and your fucking bitch dog that got beat up by a German
Yeah,
Shepherd,
right, dude. Our tag team won.
You had to jump in because it was
I
getting
will
its
say
ass
that
beat.
the German Shepherd has like a fucked up leg and it's kind of a cripple. Like how his one leg never touches the ground.
Really?
I was
And it's
about to
still-
fucking put it down,
You're
dude.
about to punch a crippled dog? What's wrong with you?
Dude, don't attack the pack,
Did
baby.
you take fucking mushrooms that day?
No, dude, lion's mane isn't lion's mane is just a fucking. It's not mushrooms.
Were you on mushies?
No, it's just lion's
Trying
mane.
to fight
bro.
a dog?
I've been on fucking lion's mane, dude. I've been attacking everyone. I'm trying to fight my fucking girlfriend. I'm fighting a crippled dog, and I'm gonna fight my school, dude. No one can stop me right now, and you don't know dog facts, dude. As soon as you start, I was watching you trying to remember. I'm like, fuck, he remembers. Fuck, he remembers.
Bro.
God damn.
Thank you for the fucking coconut jerky you bequeathed me, dude.
Yo, man.
Bequeathed me.
That's some fucking. That's the real.
Bro. Wolves have never killed someone.
I heard that, bro.
I fucking stand by that.
I dude.
I did the research post that fucking episode.
You were right.
I kind of stand by it.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
It's not like people say.
Yeah. It's not like yeah.
But not like pit bulls.
You don't have to worry about wolves. This is definitely not like pit bulls. Just ripping babies apart all the time.
Love babies.
I mean, yeah. Give them a good baby.
That'd be pretty nice to get like to make like a line of pit bull dog toys that were like looked like little babies.
Oh man, we ran into this this couple that was walking their dog yesterday. It was such a cute dog. It was like a corgi Shiba Inu mix.
Oh, okay.
Coolest looking fucking young dog.
Corgis morph into the dog they're supposed to look like. They
Yeah.
just take on the corgi shape.
with the
They
corgi
look-
shape. It's hilarious.
I've seen the memes.
Yeah. So we're talking to this couple about like what a fucking awesome dog.
Yeah.
And they're like, it's actually from this I was like, what type of dog is it? And explain that. And she was like, it's actually from this rescue program that gets them from Korean meat companies. It's a South Korean company that saves
Stop,
dogs from
dude.
meat. And I was like, so the dog's also delicious? And they got upset. That ended the conversation. It was like a
And
real
then you went
awkward
off,
laugh.
and then you went in the chicken shack and fucking
And
fended
we
off
walked
everyone.
away, and I was like, damn, dude, I'm the best. I can't believe it.
What did Clark say?
Clark was not pleased.
Dude,
She thought it was funny, but
come on.
she definitely thought it was funny.
Yeah,
Clark was
dude.
happy. Clark knew she had a fucking real dog with
That's
her, dude.
classic, dude.
Yeah, I was like, so it's also delicious?
And they're really like,
And they were like, well, I mean, they saved it, yeah, from meat. So, yeah, it was a fucked up thing to say to a strangers. Get a you know.
Also, I mean, they're also out here kicking around fucking harmful stereotypes. Like, yeah, we
True.
saved it from some Asians who were stereotypically about to eat it.
Asians were about to eat that corgi.
Dude, that'd be a sick, like,
I bet that corgi
midnight,
tasted good.
that'd be a sick midnight, like, Sarah McLachlan commercial. If she's like, you know how Asians eat dogs? Stop them from doing that. 50 cents a month. You can stop Asians from eating dogs, and also an additional $1 will revoke their driver's license.
Wow, Matt. You think you should be saying stuff like that?
That's the kind of shit they're putting out there with this fucking self-congratulatory dog program. Just say you rescued it. Don't be like, yeah, a bunch of fucking Asians are about
A bunch
to
of
skip.
hungry Asians were licking their chops around this beautiful dog, and we rescued it.
God damn.
Because I figured the dog was expensive.
They said South Asia or North, or is it South Korea?
They said it was Korean.
Where?
I don't know. I didn't think there was a
Gotta be
real
dirty South.
I didn't think there was a real. Well, I mean,
You know
obviously,
it gets real dirty in the South, bro.
obviously they're not rescuing fucking North Korean dogs.
I mean, that would be a fucking slap in the face.
Yeah, because those people are starving. We should let them eat their dogs.
That's true.
They can eat dogs.
That's best friend,
That's the
dude.
one Asian group that I'm like, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, dude.
Feast.
Chow down.
Feast on those fucking mutts. But no, this reminds me.
It's such a funny stereotype that, like, yeah, they eat the wrong animal, dude.
They do eat the wrong animal.
I mean,
dogs are the shit, and those fucking retards are eating.
I mean, it's funny to eat. Like, there's like the one food that'll be your friend. It's like, just eat other stuff.
Yeah.
But then again, like, they might be delicious.
Dogs?
But I can't imagine. They have to taste like shit.
If Chinese are making them?
My dog eats mud. And, like, shit's gray slime, dude. I'm pretty sure he's not delicious.
He would not be delicious.
Nah.
But that Shiba Inu
That
looked
Shiba Inu.
good. That was a good looking dog.
You can see it on his shish
That was
kebab.
cute. I could have eaten that. But what's terrible, dude, I told you, I looked that up, that fucking dog meat festival.
Oh, my God.
Dude, never look up a dog meat festival. Ever.
Dude.
That is so bad.
Do you ever see how, like, you know, there's like a lot of white guys that do like dim sum places and like white guys that do like cultural food?
Yeah.
You got to start like a white guy Korean bistro. It's just dog. It's very traditional.
It's actually a traditional meal.
And just get it from the SPCA instead of getting the needle. You get to sell traditional dog meat. It's very traditional. You could convince people to start. Like, it's actually fucked up. We don't eat dogs today on Vice. It's fucked up. We don't
Yeah.
eat dogs. You'd be surprised.
I don't think I'd be that surprised. I think we could pull that off.
I definitely think we can get fucking white people to eat their dogs. Like, you actually should be eating it. Here's 10 reasons why you should actually be eating your dog. Number 1, you're racist. Number 2, we like dogs more than North Koreaners.
White people are eating their own kind right now to avoid being called racist. They'd be happy to fucking eat a dog.
Wow,
dude. White
dude.
people, stand up.
And eat your fucking dogs,
Eat
dude.
your dogs so
Shield
you're
your
not
dog
racist.
from the fucking Koreans, dude.
Go home and cut your fucking dog's head off or you're racist. That would get a couple beheaded dogs.
Prove your loyalty, dude.
Prove your loyalty to diversity.
Kill your dog,
If
dude.
you don't cut your fucking dog's head off, you hate black people.
Dude.
End of discussion.
That's it, dude.
You know
That's
that
it.
fucking gay dog you have walking around?
Yep. Kill it.
Cut his fucking head off.
For sure. Eat it.
Otherwise, you hate Barack Obama.
Otherwise, you hate his playlist.
Otherwise, you hate Barack Obama's awesome playlist that he released.
I could do this for the next 3 hours.
I know. You see, the Democrats are trying to lower the voting age
To what?
to 16
Oh, God.
because they know everybody young is going to vote Democrat. So they're like, 16-year-olds are smart.
Are they going to drop the drinking age, too?
I don't know. They should.
I mean, they have to at this point.
But how great is that? They're
That'd be sick.
They're trying to.
Mom, could you drive me to go vote right now?
Yeah, they're trying to destroy the Electoral College because it cost them the election, and now they're trying to They're trying to get more votes by saying you should be able to vote when you're 16.
I mean, didn't Bush lose or didn't he win because of the Electoral College?
Bush won because of the college.
Because
too,
of the
yeah.
college. I'm down with destroying the college.
Yeah, there's actually a lot of people that are saying it's a good idea.
But
to
it
get rid
is
of
funny to be like, since we lost, we're like, yeah, this
Since-
crazy thing that makes no fucking sense. It's time for it to go.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fucking bullshit.
Yeah, they tried to blame Russia, the Electoral College, and
Kids.
now they're trying to lower it to get more kids to vote. Pretty great.
They gotta start putting like a little like hookah setup
And
in
then
the fucking
the
voting
Republicans
booths,
are like, you need to have a ID to vote. And they're like, that's racist, and you're trying to... Because, that's going to
Yeah.
cost them votes.
True.
Yeah. Pretty fun.
So wait, can you vote without an ID?
Yeah, there's all these like voter ID laws that are apparently designed to keep black dudes away from voting.
ID, they said
Like
ID
they're
cards.
like black people don't have IDs, so saying that you need an ID to vote is racist.
But if you don't have an ID, you could just vote 100 times willy nilly, right?
Nah, I doubt it. I'm sure there's a computer system,
Face-
but then you need to prove who you are, to vote.
Exactly. Like I could go steal my mom's
I don't
vote.
know enough about voter ID laws to have a problem with it, but if the only thing is you need an ID to vote,
Well,
I'm fine with
I'm
that.
sure someone somewhere put measures to block black people from voting.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I mean, they've done it definitely.
Yeah.
but you do need a fucking ID
for
to
sure.
vote.
Yes.
I mean, like, yeah, you need a fucking driver's license, bro, or state ID.
I got in an argument with my woke ass roommate about this, about voter ID laws. He's like, you know how hard it is to get an ID? I was like, well, presidential elections are every 4 years, so if I had 4 years to get an ID and I needed to vote, if I wanted to vote badly enough, I could do it. I could get an ID. He's like, they're expensive. I'm like, $20, $30.
Yeah.
If you want to vote that bad, you can get $30.
Also, I just
Save it up over 4 years.
and this is my thing, dude, and this is where I detach, dude, and people from my school, where it's like they almost go against free will, where it's like, yeah, we have to help people, we can't assume everyone can work, I get that, but at the end of the day, there is a choice, like you're saying, if I really want to vote, I'm gonna go out there and do my little Mario board and get $20. So also, it's like, imagine being like dedicating yourself, and like if that was such a fucking mountain to climb, and then going and be like, I finally voted. It'd be such a disappointment. You'd be like, oh, wait, fuck, we lost? God damn it, this sucks.
Yeah, God damn it.
I mean, dude, I forget who used to say that. I don't know if it was Socrates or one of them was like, I don't know if I'm about the whole, like, wisdom of the masses. To be like, we need to have the people need to vote. I'm like, I think people are fucking retarded.
People are fucking retarded.
That's literally all it is people, the candidates play, like, retarded chess, and they're like, this will
Pure
get this
retarded
group
chess,
of morons over here
Yeah.
say this, and they're like, I'm gonna get out there. That's
Trump-
all it is stoking morons.
Yeah, that's what I talked about how we could win. We need the retarded party. The retarded vote's huge this year.
Oh, my
It used
God.
to be the black vote. Now it's whoever can swing the retarded vote right now. And Trump was in
Well,
WWF.
the departed,
He's got the retarded vote hard.
Yeah, but the retarded vote's cut between party lines.
True, but he swung the hard retarded vote.
I mean, he's
his
got
way.
yeah, definitely.
He just went on TV and made fun of people, and the retarded vote was like, whoa.
Oh,
Yeah, I mean, I'm part of the R party.
Yeah.
the retarded
Retarded party.
I'm a strong candidate in the retarded party. We have our party lines are pretty cool.
you
We
only
have
wear,
yeah.
You start wearing just red sweats.
That's sweatsuit.
Yeah, like always. I always weird when they always do the blue or red tie.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna get like
Candidates.
I want to see a president with like a saxophone tie or something. You know what I mean? God fucking damn it!
God, what a fucking dumb group of people that live in this fucking place.
I know,
Fuck them.
jerk offs.
Fucking jerks. All right, we're
We're at an
on
hour and a half, dude. We
Hour and a
fucking-
half. Wow.
Car just fucking ran out of
Yeah,
gas.
dude, we really covered
I knew
made
it.
fun of Asians, made fun of black
Well, we
people,
didn't- we
supported
made fun
Donald
of-
Trump, made fun of liberals, dude. We're the best
He
ever.
was exonerated, and I knew going into this. I was like, I just got to get it out.
Also
of my
made fun
system.
of drag queen. Yeah, dude, we covered it.
I mean, dude, someone's got to talk about it.
Someone's got to talk about it. It's
Someone's
important.
got to keep fucking drag queens, dude.
Drag queens have had it too easy in this country,
It
dude.
is weird on a level to be like again, I don't see them and I'm like, geez, motherfuckers. But for someone to be like, yes, this is what we need, it's like, okay.
They
Sure.
were. You know what's funny though? Every bar we went into, they were like, "Sorry, we can't let you in. IDs. Sorry, I can't have you." It's like, dude, I'm 31. Like,
Yeah.
let me fucking in. And it's like, sorry, man, I know, but cop walks in, checks IDs, and you don't have one. We're fucked.
Which they're not
I'm
gonna
like,
do.
you think a cop's gonna come in and be like, "All right, everybody, IDs now."
Yeah, we're not in fucking,
It's like,
like-
this. Yeah, this isn't prohibition. We're gonna be all right. But then I walked into the fucking drag show, and this fat drag lady sitting at the door. She was also the bouncer. She was doing the mic and
Imagine,
also the
I would have
bouncer.
done my best to get rousted out of that place.
She leaned forward and was just like, he leaned forward. I don't know. Sorry about that. That makes me gay for calling her she.
Yeah.
I'm gay
Well, is
now.
a drag queen?
Drag queen, I think, is she in the moment.
Okay.
But that was, that was
Yes.
a burly man.
Sure.
But he leans down from the fucking booth he's in and he's like, "You got ID?" I was like, "No, I don't. But I'm 31. He's like, "Nah, who gives a fuck? Get in there." So I was
See,
like,
dude.
dude, drag queens are the shit.
I mean, look, I do like that. That
Yeah.
someone not being a stickler transcends all of anything I worry about.
Yes.
If you're just not a fucking stickler, You're cool.
Yeah, wasn't a dickhead. Actually was hilarious. Made fun of most of the dancers. They were, I mean,
it's pretty easy.
Truly funny.
Pretty easy targets. That's like playing
Bro.
Duck Hunt Nintendo, dude. You can stand right and put the gun to the TV and you're like, oh,
she was essentially the dog that came out of the bush and laughed. She would, after somebody would get done with a round, it would pop up and be like, this fucking redhead was so fucking funny, dude. She like, when they called her name out, I saw this guy stand up and his like shoulders were like jacked and he like walked into the middle of the dance floor and they played this weird song.
Yeah.
That he like walked around to, like walked real weird, but then he had one move where he would fucking do this and it was insane.
It was just
every time the chorus hit, he did his one dance move.
That's awesome.
And then other than that, just walked around quietly.
And people
it was
were
weird.
You guys were howling.
I was so, and then he did this thing where he like fell backwards. It was amazing.
Damn.
Got crushed.
That's
Anyway.
gonna be fun. That is fun. What are you supposed to do? Like, I thought you were supposed to laugh in that setting.
I don't know. I don't think you're supposed to laugh, especially not like clearly me and these two other white dudes from Boston that we looked like dickheads. We were clearly laughing
You
at
have
them.
to throw in a couple yasses until like, you can.
I did have Clarp with me.
Doing yas?
She was fucking yas, which was great to watch them ignore her.
Oh,
She'd be like, "Oh my god, you were so funny," or like, "You were so great, you're so pretty," and they would just be like, "Whatever, bitch." I was like, "Yes, dude."
Dude, that's a yes from me.
I was sitting there, yeah, dude. Fuck yes, hell yes, dude. All right, we shouldn't be on the air anymore.
We gotta get off the. It is funny though. I knew this one coming in. I'm like,
We're running hot,
we're gonna go hot today.
dude.
Well, it's battling. Battling fucking groupthink, bro. Say it
Just
how you
battling
want.
groupthink.
Just, say it how you want, bro.
Say it however you want.
I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah,
Whatever. I need to blow my nose so fucking bad.
I know.
Right now,
I've seen
dude.
it. I could see it.
You could see my
I could
bugs.
see in your left nostril a thick fucking.
Oh, I'm so fucked up right now. My sinuses are.
You look good.
Thank you. What you got? What you got coming up?
March 30th, this Saturday at the Shippensburg Comedy Club. Wow. You want
That's a
to see
big one.
comedy? You
Yeah.
come down to the Shippensburg Comedy Club.
Hell yeah.
Check out some. You want to see some groupthink? Come down there and see a group of racists.
You think so?
Yeah, dude.
Down Shippensburg?
Shippensburg?
Never been.
It's a pretty white trash town.
Really?
It's pretty great.
You wanna get 'em
I
fired
like
up?
it. Yeah, I'll get them fired up. I'll be like,
Nice,
yo,
dude.
shout out Trump. He's innocent. They'll be like, hell yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that's the only show I'm going to promote right now. Yeah.
Fair enough.
March 30th, Shippensburg Comedy Club.
Free
Come
Trump,
out.
dude.
Or you're gay. Free Trump, dude. Trump's free. Donate to the Patreon.
Yep.
Also, shout out fucking Donald Trump, dude.
Dude, who
You
else?
just keep winning.
Dude, shout out fucking Cody, Lysier, Mitchell Walters, fucking more like Gatreon. Fuck you, dude. Oliver Cromwell coming down from 699.
He dropped his fucking. All right, Cromwell.
He's a good boy.
Still a good boy.
$1 pledged by Britt Poundtown. I don't know what you're getting at there, and I don't appreciate that.
Hopefully you're not talking about. Yeah.
I saw that. I was like, you motherfucker. Daniel, shout out. Witch Taint. Oh my God. Bill Kelly, Squirt Daddy. Casey,
Bill Kelly?
Bill Kelly.
Bill Kelly?
Squirt Daddy. Casey Boat.
Squirt
Butte,
Daddy?
Squirt Daddy. Paul Gorman. Craig Weisner. Jerry D. Marcus. Vogester.
Bro.
Wow.
Bill Kelly. Bill Kelly could be. We used to make cam girls say my friend's dad's name, which
That's
was
Bill Kelly? Fuck.
So I would film cam girls saying Bill Kelly. I would send it to his. It's pretty funny.
Ryan, James, Nelly, Nelson, Brendan, Kellen, Dylan Van Allen, Alexander Sarnecki, Joe Russ, Andrew. That's Italian. I'm not even.
Shout out the South Shore boys, Jimmy Cash. Shout out the fucking dogs in fucking Worcester putting together a fucking sick show for fucking dudes recovering from addiction.
Oh, that's where you're going.
Yeah, I was down there
That's where
just-
you're at last time.
Yeah, just helping out with my, doing my thing.
Hell yeah, dude! Shout out
Kadama Odyssey, what up, bro?
Shout out to Perverted Pussy Magician, Andrew King Goodlanny, whatever the fuck
Yeah,
your
some
name
wop.
is, giving us that. Oh, he donated 6.66, took it down to $1.
What?
Yeah,
Classic wop, dude.
yeah, dude. The illicit cigarettes weren't selling so good. Or whatever the
Yeah.
fuck he's up to.
Whatever truck
the
he
fucking
robbed.
the vending machines weren't paying out. Someone reached up and grabbed all the bugles out of his fucking treasure chest. All right. That's it. We got to get off the air.
We've been on the air too long.
We got to get
dude.
off the fucking air, dude.
I can't wait to have anxiety about this episode.
This
later.
wasn't bad. It wasn't bad, dude. Trust me.
All right. I stand by everything I've said.
Trust me, dude.
Yeah.
I can't blow one. I'm disgusting. I'm disgusting listener.
Snort, dude.
I'll fucking choke and die. I have so many boogies, dude.
How many boogies you got?
It's all one big glob. We gotta get off the line, dude.
God bless.
Love y'all.
Praise the Lord, I was born to drive boat. Feeling like Slash in front of the chapel. I'm lean back with the Les Paul. Shit I smoke is like cholesterol. Spilled dressing on the vest at the festival, the best of all. Had a midget Puerto Rican at my beck and call. Best believe that there was neck involved. Fuck around and almost wrecked the sub. We took acid for 10 days straight up in the mountains.